Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the party. My name is Kevin. I'll be your DM for the evening, also known as a fixer in this game. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. You know how Discord loves webcams. All right, so does everyone want to go around and introduce themselves? We're going to start with Evan.
Hello, I'm Evan. I play Eli Wells in this, an old, gnarly kind of mastermind, trying to lead this ragtag group of criminals to doing some Robin Hood stuff. So, I think that's it. I don't know what else to say.
All right, Nerdy, go for it.
Hey, I'm Nerdy Teddy Bear, and I'm playing Rainbow, the younger hacker, and yeah, that's it. The geeky hacker.
All right,
Pretty useful one.
Michi. Of course, yes. Hi, Michi. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Happy
it's
birthday.
your birthday!
Yeah. Introduce yourself.
I'm Michi. I am playing Isabel, who is charming and sassy and really gonna wreck somebody's life eventually.
All right. Let's go with Jeff.
Hey, I'm Jeff. I'm going to be playing Burke, the hitter. She's former military. No nonsense. At least that's generally how I start playing a character until I just get frustrated by everything.
And then it's just all nonsense.
And then it's just all chaos everywhere.
Passive-aggressive nonsense. That's new.
All right, James. Go for it, Jason.
All right. I'm Jason. My character was named Griff until we all agreed after last episode that Griff was a really, really confusing name because
So
I am
confusing.
Griff, not the Grifter. So my character has a name change going forward, and I will be Caleb. Caleb Brightmore. I am suave, smooth, sophisticated, incredibly metrosexual, and I can get wherever I want to be because the weakest point in any security system is the people in charge. And I can play people like the fiddle.
Thank you so much. All right, so I've got my random name generator, which is the most important DM tool in existence. I've got that called up. We will be playing Leverage with the Cortex Plus system. Last time on Leverage, our group met and took down a mining company that was polluting and a man who had pretended to have himself killed. However, they ran into a PI who turned out to be more than he seemed, and they did not know how tough they were dealing with him, or how tough he was while dealing with him. He managed to escape their not clutches, net,
Grasp.
grasp.
Web.
Grasp is better. Clutches is generally evil.
I mean, we're not great people.
Don't clutch shame.
I am not evil. I don't hurt people.
You're just morally gray.
I hurt people's wallets, but not the people themselves.
All right.
And actually, I do them a favor. Those wallets are so heavy, and I just relieve them of that burden of carrying that around. It's such a relief.
All right, so last time you guys all kind of split up, but now you've all gotten a call to bring you back together. Caleb, you believe this call came from Rainbow? In fact, everyone believes this call came from Rainbow? Rainbow, you believe this call came from... Oh my god, I'm blanking on Fritz, right? Nope. I'm losing everyone's name in my head.
Who
Where'd
are
my
you
notes go?
asking for?
Nobody's named Fritz. Not one person is named Fritz. That was very far. I'm Eli? Mastermind?
Burke?
Caleb?
Eli. And with a note
Well,
to mention
It comes from somebody else in the crew.
with a note to mention that you had sent this, or for you to send the message to everyone else, and not to bring it up.
Okay.
All right. So, hold on. Let me just write down some things.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We're in crap already.
Yeah. You all are summoned to Fitzgerald General Hospital outside of Princeton, New Jersey.
That ought to be a good place for Caleb.
All right.
Outside of where? Outside of New Jersey?
Princeton, New Jersey.
Okay.
You are instructed, given a room number, and told what time to show up. No other information is given. Does everyone show up on time?
No. I show up 2 hours ahead of time and tuck myself into a vent above the room.
How were we all summoned to this room? It was a letter from me.
That's part of my distrust distinction. I don't know if that's good or not.
Now, the thing is, this room is pretty secure, and when you get in there, you just see if you are in the vents, which roll me a thief. Thief plus agility.
You're so loud in there. So loud.
Okay, plus agility. Hang on. Okay. Thief is die 6. Plus agility is die 8.
Fair enough.
All right. So you got a 10. Let me set your time. Okay. You seem to be doing fine. As you're up there, about a... is anyone else showing up early?
Oh,
Everyone's just cramming into the same vent.
well, I'm sure there's some kind of bar or whatever downstairs with some lovely looking people I can start chatting up.
Not in a hospital.
Not in the
They don't
cafeteria.
have bars in
Bars and
hospitals.
hospitals.
That's the
What are you, Lucille
sickest
Bluth?
hospital ever.
Have you
Best
never worked at a hospital? You know how much stress they're under?
Yeah, the bar is next to the hospital.
That's why they don't give you alcohol while you're there.
Fine then. I'll be in the cafeteria looking for, anybody I can just chat up.
Booze.
Anybody with a flask.
Anybody with some whiskey.
There is definitely some janitors with a flask of whiskey.
Oh,
surgeon also with a flask of.
Oh, I've got my own. But
there is one guy who is clearly like 70 years old. He's wearing a very nice coat that doesn't look messed up at all. He has a name tag and a necktie, and it's let's say 10 in the morning, and he's in the cafeteria, like reading a book with and pretending not to be drinking.
And what does his name tag indicate who he is, and what does he do? Or just name?
His name is Alexander Jenkins, and his tag says head of oncology.
And he's just sitting at a table?
Yes.
I'll sit next to him and let out a very exhaustive sigh.
Well, my boy, what brings you here?
My coffee.
He keeps reading kind of aggressively, like aggressively reading at you.
At you.
It's just up seeing my wife, but she's in a coma right now. It's just it's hard. I've been here all night.
Excuse me. And he gets up and just like walks out. Counseling's on 3. This guy has been in this hospital too long.
I see. I see you have one of those infamous bedside manners.
And he's gone. He's not going to hang around and talk to you, sorry. But the place isn't too busy. You do hear 2 people talking about that there were some cutbacks recently in the hospital, but not too much else. There's nothing really else going on here of note, so I'm going to move you along. Sorry.
All
right. So anyone else showing up early, or
how were we invited here? Did I invite us?
Message from Rainbow.
A message from Rainbow. Okay.
Rainbow texts
So
us
Rainbow
all.
summoned all of us.
Yes.
But I think I got a message from Eli for us to all be here.
You got a message from what you're mostly sure is Eli telling you to summon everyone else there. And to not brought up that and to act like it was your idea.
But then I received a message from Rainbow? Wouldn't Rainbow just not tell me?
You did not receive a message. Well, you believe you received a message from Rainbow, I should say.
Gotcha,
he did not send you one, but you received one. Things are happening.
All right. Yeah, I'm just going to show up.
Just do it. That's
what I'm doing. I'm just. All right. I'm gonna be, I guess, not the first one in the room, but I'm gonna be the first one to just blatantly open the door in the room and just walk in.
All right. Actually, about a half hour before the appointed time, you see a woman open the door. She's chatting with a black man. She's a white woman in her mid-30s, maybe. The black man's wearing doctor's scrubs and a mask, like a surgical mask. And she stops partially into the door, and he turns away. And then she sits down and sits next to the patient in the room, who is an older man, and pulls out a book and starts reading while holding his hand.
This is in the room where we're supposed to meet people?
Yes.
Do any of them...
there was a patient in the room, and you went to the room and then went to the vents? Or I guess went to the vents from somewhere else and then got over the room?
Excuse me.
He would have gone in, or
I would have gone in from like the adjacent room, gotten him.
You shut up. You don't tell anybody you stole me.
As long as the doctor who left does not have a name tag that says his name is Dr. Turk.
No, you haven't run into Turk yet. You did run into, what you call him? The old guy.
The man who runs the hospital?
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either.
Yeah, I'm still vaguely attempting to schmooze down in the cafeteria until such time as it's, the actual meeting is supposed to happen.
All right, we're gonna, unless anything else is happening in between, we're gonna move up to that. Cool?
All right.
I want to get right there.
All right, so you guys...
go ahead.
Go for it.
All right, so who's all there on time?
Me.
And Burke's early. All right, so the three of you, the other four of you kind of amass in the room. You don't see Burke. Actually, Eli, give me a notice master awareness.
Awareness? Yeah, I have alertness, you mean?
Yes.
All right, so that is oh no, hold on.
I'm dealing with a much smaller monitor than normal.
That is a 1d10. Not plus anything, right? I just roll a 1d10 because that's...
plus your mastermind.
It's always at least 2 dice.
So that's 2d10.
All right.
Nothing is untoward.
Good Lord, why am I so bad at rolling?
It doesn't matter, but I get a complication, but that's fine.
Good God.
So, after everybody's there, I'm going to show up a few minutes late, dressed in scrubs like a nurse.
All right, then it takes a few minutes for you to enter this scene, because as soon as people get there, the woman's going to stand up and be like, "Hello, are you the ones I'm supposed to talk to?"
Yep. I'm smoking also. I'm smoking. I'm lighting a cigarette right now. Now that I'm in the room, and no one's gonna tell
In
me
the
not to.
hospital?
Yes, now that I'm in the
She-
room, and
She
and the
says,
door's-
put that out. Are you insane?
There's
Why?
oxygen tanks everywhere.
Is there
She looks
oxygen
over
tanks?
and he is on an oxygen thing. He looks like he's not doing great.
Damn it!
You're
I put
in
it
a
out.
hospital.
I put it out on the windowsill and leave it there.
He just looks at you like, what the fuck? Alright. Okay. They did say there would be quirks. Alright, my name is Kayla Poplar, and this is my father, Aaron. He suffers from a genetic condition that, was being handled pretty well by medications until about 2 years ago.
Hmm.
At that point, the medications were, not curing him, but they were at least helping him. But we can't afford them anymore because the price went up more than just about 1,000 times. It went from costing $7 to $7,000, and our insurance premiums could not handle it. And so we've been trying to scrape every penny together to keep his medication going.
At this point, Nurse Caleb will enter the room, close the door, look around and go, "Oh, am I interrupting?"
No, everything's fine in here. That no one was smoking, she says.
I was.
You know you're not supposed to smoke on hospital grounds.
I do now. Thank you very much.
We have lots of signs around, and I indicate a bare wall.
I can't read. So,
No
do you know
shit.
the name of the pharmaceutical company where this medication comes from?
It was Lazaro.
Oh.
Well, now it's Lazaro. It used to be Unimed,
Unimed.
but now it's called Lazaro Pharmaceuticals.
And I assume we know about like this company. Is this like common knowledge?
It's not common, but it is knowledge. It's something you could easily look up and verify.
I want to. As soon as I hear that word, I just kind of want to nod to the to Rainbow. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I figured you were on it. Yeah.
And she says, the company that bought it out jacked up the price, and
Gotcha.
that alone, that was rough. But we had some hopes still because we had heard about a trial being run out of the Princeton Medical, and we had, the community for this disease is kind of close knit, so we had some friends who are already in the trial, and they had started to improve, not just stabilize, but to improve. But recently the study was discontinued. So now our only hope is to somehow scrape together the money to continue to pay for the medicines.
Have you been in contact with your friends, the ones that were in the experimental procedures?
Yes,
And
they're all, well, they're children mostly, yes, but it's, yeah.
And they got kicked out as well.
Yeah, the entire thing apparently just shut down suddenly.
You know where this was happening?
It was out of the study was in this hospital.
Oh,
It was in Fitzgerald General, but being operated by Princeton's medical school.
All right. All right. So, what is it exactly that you want from us?
I don't know. I was just told to talk to you. Word had gotten around to me that you could help. I didn't ask too many more questions because, to be honest, anything you could do to help would be a miracle for our family.
We can try. We'll look into it. Anybody else got any more questions?
No, I'm good. We've got
Alright.
enough names to get started.
All right, very good. Well then, Caleb, was it?
Yes.
No, that's the client's name.
No, the client's name is Kayla.
Kayla.
Jesus, never mind.
Oh
Not
boy!
Griff Kayla.
Kayla. It's now Lucille.
Don't do this.
No,
I just wrote
that's-
down Kayla.
Nope, Lucille.
Oh my god.
Okay, her name is Kayla Lucille. She goes by Lucille.
And the
Yes.
boy's name was Aaron.
Aaron was her father, who is in
Oh,
the hospital.
but it's mostly children who are part of this study?
No, it's the people she talks to are the children of the people in the study.
Ah,
Because the
okay.
condition is apparently a late onset kind of Alzheimer's-like thing with a strong genetic component.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Okay. Actually, before we leave, if you don't mind my asking, this disease, this affliction, is it lethal?
Not directly, but it weakens the immune system, it makes motor function difficult, it'll eventually lead to loss of awareness and inability to function. And then after that, pneumonia is just pneumonia.
Now, Myers, do these people look rich? Do they look...
No, she's wearing what looks to be like not bad clothes, but not expensive ones. Let's say more of a not dress barn, but a dress barn kind of level, a TJ Maxx,
Gotcha, okay.
more so than a like blooming.
All right, so these are like common folk. These are common working class.
Yeah, and there's a picture of on the desk of him with a little blonde girl. A picture of Aaron with a little blonde girl, and a like set of flowers.
All right.
I've got an action to take in the hospital before we leave, but I'll let everybody else finish talking before we do that.
Okay.
I'm done. I got all my information from the client as of now. Actually, how'd you know to contact us?
Someone had told someone else that if I called a phone number, it would be able to help. I called the phone number and I left a message. And I got a text back from a cell phone, and she shows you a cell phone with a number on it that is local to Princeton. And it says, we have several people coming to assist you. They may be complicated people.
What's the number? Can I see it?
Yeah.
You
Memorize
can see the number, and if you do a quick trace, it comes back as a bird.
Of course it is.
So we assume that might be like the original crew.
You probably aren't aware of them. Yeah.
Oh, so we might have no idea. That is. All right, so you already went a burner. There's no way to find out. All right.
Yeah.
Question mark
Well.
next to that.
You might believe that it's Rainbow. Rainbow might believe that it was you.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Can I use I guess I can't use like intelligence or anything, right? To try to like be like, what the hell is that all about?
I mean, you could ask. Yeah, give me a
I mean,
mastermind
I didn't
intelligence.
want to step on. I would just ask like, Rainbow, is that you? But I feel like you're trying to like build a thing. I don't want to be
you
like
can go
metagaming,
ahead
you
and
know what I mean?
do it.
All right.
Give me
Rainbow, was
a
that you?
mastermind intelligence. Give me a mastermind intelligence.
Mastermind
you.
intelligence. All right, hold on. Let's see if I even notice. I might
Oh,
be
boy.
dumb as hell. Here we go. Another 2d10.
Hey.
I have to beat a 23.
Yes.
Uh,
So the
Did it.
opposition to you is
Crushed
significant. With your 7, you don't even think to ask. You're just
Whatever.
taking things at face value here.
God, I'm the worst.
You think Rainbow's just lying to you to cover up that he has or that she has a good heart.
Sure. All right, I'll say that's fine, and I'll wink at Rainbow. All
Rainbow,
right,
you're convinced Eli is putting on some weird show for someone and you don't know who.
All right. Well, that's all. That's all I got then. I'll head out.
You
I don't
hear a
wanna roll
weird
anymore.
thump from the vent, and that's me rolling my eyes at you.
Look at God! What was that?
Oh god, that's right.
Something has to move the plot along, people.
Okay. All right. Yep.
You can see
Yeah,
the
we're
railroad.
good.
I don't care. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some rails at the start.
All
right. So here's where you go off the rails.
room, I
Mhm.
want to just look at Eli and just be like, by the way, I gave all your money to the WTO,
What's that?
World Toilet Organization.
Good one. And I keep going. He appreciates it. It was a good one.
It's actually a very good charity. They help.
Wait, is that a real
Create-
thing?
Yep, it is a real
Yeah.
charity.
They
What
help
did-
create. I'm just making this up. I think I've heard of them. They help create sewage systems and
Yep.
like areas for disposal in third world countries.
Yep,
It's
So
a
that is
very important thing
exactly
that
what they
helps
do.
stop cholera.
Yeah.
He totally thinks it was a joke and just goes, nice.
He's gonna start getting letters in the mail from them asking
Well,
for food
he's
contributions.
old. He doesn't. This is probably a newer organization. I would assume. Probably doesn't know what the hell it is. He doesn't even know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right. So what was the,
At this point, Burke has climbed out of and walked behind them as though this is a perfectly normal thing, and just goes, "I'm just glad you didn't think it was the World Wrestling Federation or something."
Why would you give them money? I pick up my crushed cigarette, straighten it out, and put it back in my mouth as we walk out.
Gross. All right. So what did you want to do, Caleb?
Oh, right. So I'm going to be separate from them. They're all heading out, and that's fine. I'm going to go to one of the floating computers near the nurses' station. I'm basing this on my actual experience in hospitals. They had basically computers basically on IV poles that anybody could use if they needed to. Go to the
You're
login.
just the staff, so no one's gonna question it.
Yeah, but I'm going to that login screen. I'm going to type at it. I'm going to look increasingly frustrated. Go, stupid bloody thing. It's like, and then I'll go talk to one of the nurses at one of the station. It's like, hey, can you help me? It's they transferred me here from the West Tower today. They said they were shorthanded, but for some reason my login's not working. I need to get the patient records for room 57. Can you just log us in real quick for me? I'll only be like 5 minutes.
The woman rolls her eyes, just turns it around, types in 5 things, and then turns it back to you and leaves.
Oh, thank you so much.
Roll me a grifter real quick to see how much complications you can generate.
All right.
I have
Grifter plus
3 plot points now.
Grifter plus what?
Intelligence.
All right. So Grifter, intelligence,
All right, 8's good enough.
disguise kit,
You can if
and
you want.
master of disguise.
Oh,
So,
that's
okay.
All right, yeah, you've got plenty. So you get logged in quite easily and call up the patient records.
I wasn't actually looking for the patient records.
You were looking for the records of the room, right?
Well, that's what I told her.
Okay, then what are you looking for?
What I'm actually going to be looking for is the records of this clinical trial they were running.
This nurse would not have access to that.
No, damn it.
By no means would she.
Damn it. There's no way I can crack security and get a hold of that.
You're not exactly the hacker.
No, I've only got a D6 in hacker.
Like,
But-
you now
Fair
know.
enough.
You watched her type in her password, so if you need to get into the system for something smaller, possibly.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
so
Wouldn't
yeah, you
those
can-
files? Wouldn't all that be kept by the pharmaceutical company, and not necessarily the hospital?
Actually,
It was-
yeah, there might be
it was-
some record of them still that has yet to be removed. But in such a case, the people conducting the trials, Princeton itself would have records of it somewhere, probably.
Yeah, well, if
and
it was being administered here, they should have.
would too.
They would have at least some records here from, it's like,
From the admittance,
bring these drugs to this room at the very least. But okay, well, I mean,
You're
I'll
not
go
finding any from that trial, which
might be more well hidden.
itself be weird.
essentially.
Yeah.
So, but I will look over basically then if that's all I have access to I'll scan over the records for, the patient client and a couple of rooms next to it real quickly and just go, great,
Yeah.
perfect. And then I'll log it out. And it's like, as I'm walking past her, you're a lifesaver, Sugar. Thanks so much. And I'll just walk away.
You do notice that the patient list, the patient's main contact is K. Poplar, K-A-Y Poplar.
Oh, okay. So,
Wait,
Kayla Poplar? I thought her name was.
No. Well, her name is K. Lucille Poplar,
Okay.
and the thing lists her as K. K-A-Y.
fair enough.
I'm gonna put.
So this
K-
hospital is not here to make it easy for you.
Yes, this hospital is not your runway.
Fair enough. But, well, I know I've got some very basic info if we ever need to come back here.
Yeah, no, it's solid. It's solid.
That will help in the future,
Okay.
probably.
And then as I hop the elevator down to ground floor, I'll take the staff elevator because obviously, and I'll just quickly text the team that's like, okay, I'll catch up.
All right, everyone gets the text.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
So Rainbow is gonna go back to her workshop, and I will invite the team to come there. But I'm gonna put together the little briefing of relevant information on the companies and stuff.
All right, give me either a mastermind or a hacker intelligence roll. And you got to beat a 10. And you could use your headquarters. Oh, if anyone didn't have a plot point at the start of this, you get a plot point.
Oof.
Okay, 22, so you've crushed it. So, what you find out is that Princeton University, in joint connection with Unimed Pharmaceuticals, or Unimed, was conducting a study on this disease. Should we name this disease?
Critchcow disease.
Critchcow syndrome.
I don't know why I just picked something hard to spell, but
Yeah,
It's on you.
I mean,
it's spelled phonetically, everyone. Don't worry.
You're not here.
No one has to see it typed up, so you'll all say it the same way. That's what matters. All right, Critchcow syndrome. There was a Princeton University study. It was being led by a Professor Ginger Connors, and it was done in connection with Unimed up until about 3 months ago, when it suddenly stopped, and there was never any news story about it. There was not much press on it in the first place. It wasn't a very big study.
it affects a very limited amount of people, right?
Yeah, it wasn't hot science news.
Okay.
Thought so.
Do I
But
know
you do
who-
find articles about the study beginning.
Was that around the same time that they changed their name?
No, that was well before. The study started about 4 years ago. Unimed was bought out 2 years ago.
Okay.
Or Unimed sold a medication to Lazaro 2 years ago. And then this study continued to run. Unimed didn't cease to exist. They had just sold the rights to the medication.
Okay.
To Lazaro, right?
There are plenty of articles on the sale of the medication.
Do I know who the CEO of for Unimed and for Lazaro are?
Should be fairly
Yes, the
public info.
CEO of Unimed is Joy Knight.
That was
And-
who? You cut out for me.
Joy, Joy, Knight, Knight.
Knigget.
And the CEO of Lazaro Pharmaceuticals is Carmelo Lazaro. I can't do double finger quotes. Well, I have push to talk active.
It was Carmelo.
Carmelo,
Carmelo
nickname Mello,
Mello Lazaro.
Lazaro.
It owns like 7 things, one of which is a venture capitalist firm. Lazaro Pharmaceuticals is a subdivision of Laszlo Venture Capitalists. And
Gotcha.
the Laszlo Fund.
Okay. And so Unimed sold the rights to that specific medication, right? Did they sell the
Yes.
rights to a whole bunch of their stuff to Lazaro? Did it look like a buyout, or was it only that one
No,
medication?
it wasn't a full buyout. It was they bought that one specific medication.
Weird. I don't
And
like that. Okay.
any
Actually, surprisingly-
any indication of who initiated the deal? Was it Lazaro looking to buy it, or was Unimed looking to sell it?
There was a lot of press about Lazaro buying it because he has a very big Instagram and Twitter presence. And he was pushing the publicity for it hard about how great this sale was for his fellow investors
Fair
and such.
Yeah,
Because it actually says in one of the articles, there's like a clip of him saying like, yeah, sometimes you find these small things, but they're just like so easy to make money off of. You're just wondering why everyone doesn't do it.
Okay, so
Oh, good. We're all caught up now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Lazaro initiated the sale. They were looking for it, and then they made an offer to Unimed. Okay.
They basically Lazaro purchased a medication that was kind of cheap and not very widely distributed, so it had like a small client base, and jacked the price hard.
Sounds
Slimy.
familiar.
Yeah, slimy business.
Yes, it is a thing that happens in real life.
Oh yeah.
You rolled high enough that you do. In one of the articles, there is a gentleman named Frederick Kautz, Kautz, who is talking about how these kind of business practices are unhealthy for the venture capitalist firms and for America itself. And
Frederick Kautz?
Kautz.
And what is his position?
He is also a well-known investor.
Okay.
And if you look up him a little stronger, you see he has a couple of political. There are indications that he may stop funding politicians and run for office himself.
Are you trying to pitch us an ethical businessman? Is that what you're pitching us?
No, I'm pitching you a businessman who wants to appear ethical and wants to go into politics.
Okay.
Smart. Okay.
He wants to make a lot of money, but not as brutally.
Right.
Because that would make him look bad if he ever ran for office.
That is a very good person to utilize, I think. All right.
Yes, so you can look more into him. You can look more into a number of things. What are you thinking?
Well, I think if I think Carmela might be a big fish right now. I don't know if do we know anything about the guy himself besides, I mean, he has a social media thing, right? We probably know where he likes to go.
He's always at the hottest restaurants. There's pictures of him at Diddy's white parties. There's
Diddy's
pictures
parties.
of him at Diddy's parties, yes.
Gotcha. Diddy. Awesome.
Yeah. That kind of guy. There's pictures of him like hanging out with rappers and hanging out with like Bruce Springsteen, and the Instagram picture of him and Bruce Springsteen looks like Bruce Springsteen is surprised that there is suddenly this guy now.
Who the fuck?
He just walks up and snaps a quick picture and
snaps a selfie. Yeah. Well, I think we could definitely get it's probably would be easy enough to get Isabella close to him then. Because if it's a big party, we could have probably Isabella going there. Probably have all of us go to like some big party that he's at, or we could go for this Frederick Kautz to be a smaller team for that, but a big team for the big party. If you guys want to do that, I'm sure it's easy enough to find where a party's happening.
Let's go to the big party first, so we can get a feel for what he's like in real life. We can take on roles as wait staff, as partygoers.
Yeah, I think Carmelo's going to be the big fish. Kautz might be in on it somehow, but
we may be able to use Kautz, but not at this moment.
Yeah. If not willingly, we could probably lean on him because he wants all that stuff. I definitely also want to talk to the doctor for the experimental procedure, but I think let's definitely hit all right, let's hit Carmelo party. Are we able to
Take it.
find?
What's
We're able
Let's
to
go
find.
steal
What's
a
his
party.
next party?
Tonight.
Ooh, what's the attire? What do we gotta wear? Is it a costume party? Is it like black
No,
tie?
we're gonna save a costume party for next week.
Nice.
This one is, let's see, it's a investors banquet for his fund, where everyone is themed 1920s. It's like one of those unaware of the irony Gatsby balls.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Like everyone dressed up as someone who profited during the Great Depression.
I think we should all go. What do you guys think? Unless
Yes.
Rainbow, would you like to be in my van?
Rainbow's already digging.
Would you like to be in my van?
She's got a bunch of clothes in her workshop, and she's pulling out like a waitstaff outfit.
So I come into your room. I go or into your workshop. I'm like, all right, Rainbow, listen. I want you in the van the whole time. Oh, you're gonna. Oh, all right. Well, okay, that's fine. I guess you already had the whole outfit. That's fine. All right, that's cool. No, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's good. It's good. And I leave. All right. Then yeah. So what are we all gonna be posing as?
How do you want to approach this party?
Anyway.
How are you approaching the party? Yeah.
Well, I assume you can get us on the guest list, right? Obviously, we can be.
Yeah. Those who want
Yes.
to walk in through the front door, I can get on the guest list.
I think that's the best.
It is pretty tight, so you could probably only get 2 people in.
Yeah, I'm gonna blend in with the wait staff.
Okay.
All
So
right,
Unload the catering trucks in the back.
Yisabel
Okay.
should definitely go in the front door, and either Caleb or Eli.
Caleb is a grifter, and wait, what was your secondary?
Mine is
I'm
Grifter
actually-
as well, but Caleb has all that disguise stuff.
I'm secondary grifter, but I'm heavy on
that's-
disguise.
Sorry, that's still the
That's
thing.
yeah, I know.
Sorry, I will get rid of it. But Caleb and Isabel should
Yeah, I can be a chef in the
should be
back.
the ones in there. Yeah,
I'll just be
the
like-
rest of you come back here with me, and for Christ's sakes, don't light any cigarettes by the food.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
I mean, there will be plenty of wait staff smoking in the back. Just do it in the back.
Ooh, actually, I'll be out. Let's see, you're gonna be out in the back, right? Mostly bringing stuff in and like
I'm gonna be
eggs and things like that.
waiting. I'm gonna be bringing trays in and out
All right, you'll be bringing trays. All right, I guess,
onto the party floor. Yeah.
all right. Okay, that's fine. I'll stick with the food then. I'll stick with the food.
So you're going to be in like the kitchen?
Yeah, why don't you stick back there and, coordinate and mastermind us?
So that if
Yes,
I need to
you
like
actually
step
can be
away
in
from
charge of
it.
the kitchen.
The what?
You can be in charge of the kitchen.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, please. I would like to be in charge. Which celebrity party are we having? Is that okay if we know like whose house are we
This
in?
is Carmelo's, Lazaro's party. This is for his venture fund. The main entertainment for this evening will be, let's say, a reunited En Vogue doing the songs of the 20s.
Oh my
All right.
God.
Okay.
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 Is it in his
I like it.
house? Is it like in
I'm
his
into it.
hotel that he owns or something? What's the?
He owns an apartment building in Manhattan. It is in a hotel not far from there. So like a massive, the Waldorf Astoria. It'll be in the Waldorf because I believe that was around in the 20s.
Okay.
And it's taking up pretty much the entire hotel.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, knowing where it is and what they like, I can make sure that everybody's outfits are meticulously accurate.
All right, he gets it to the point where it's just short of like period cloth, and the uncomfortable corset has real whale boning.
I think that's enough. I think it's fine.
Of course it has real.
I'm sorry, you came in a little quiet.
Of course it has real whale boning. What else would you use?
The good stuff.
I got nothing. Okay.
Whale bones.
There was
Alright.
just too many ways to go with boning. All right. So anyway,
Phrasing.
phrasing.
Later.
So who's going in as who?
So
You
it's
have good costumes. You look like waitstaff. Let's see. Eli's running the kitchen. Burke's in the waits. Rainbow's also on the waitstaff. Isabel and Caleb are both going in.
Correct.
What cover are you going to use?
what do you guys want to be?
Well, it's supposed to be a 20s theme, but in theory, they're all dressing up as rich people from the 20s. I don't know. I feel like a bit of a shit disturber today.
That will get you noticed.
I have the perfect outfit to go with this. Although it is
Mhm.
it is 20s appropriate, basically. So,
Okay.
but I don't know you. I don't know about you, Izzy. Do you have any ideas?
Everyone Googles 20s clothing.
Already did that.
The waitstaff are all in like 20s clothing and spats and whatnot.
Awesome.
I'm struggling with the bow tie. It's not conducive to my usual physicality.
Yeah, they don't make waitstaff for wrestlers. But so your shirt is either a little tight on the collar or loose everywhere else. All right. So what are you guys doing? What are you going in as?
My outfit is essentially something straight out of Newsies.
I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna look like a
Newspaper
newspaper
boys?
boy.
Okay.
With
Those
the
big shot newspaper boys.
Yeah, like I said,
Gatsby newspaper boys.
yeah, right, yeah, no,
Alright.
newsboy, with the little, newsy cap and the vest and the suspenders and everything.
All right. And Isabel, what are you doing?
I mean, Isabel.
Are you
is
going a different route?
She's going to go the very 20s flapper kind of everything.
And what does your invitation say for each of you?
Let's get them names.
Chauncey.
Chauncey.
Now you do notice there's people of all races and ages and colors dressed basically in this period of clothing. So
Good. So at least you don't have to worry about
you don't
that.
have to worry about having a 1920s appropriate name.
Yeah. No.
For this
Yeah.
party,
Name.
I'll be Timothy O'Malley.
Nice.
All right. And Isabel?
Isabel. Will be Krista Ross.
Krista Ross. And why are you two invited? Are you coming together or coming separately?
Yeah, separately.
Going separately. All
Separately.
right.
And so what is your were you investors or are you friends of someone or are you crashers?
Well, Krista is here on behalf of her husband, who was an investor, but sadly cannot make.
Implying that he is old and infirm.
Yes.
Well, of course,
Gotcha.
because Izzy is super young.
You find Tiberius Ross, and he is an older gentleman who you can claim to have been recently married to, and it's easy enough to fake up a recent wedding certificate and picture in the New York Times wedding section.
Oh, awesome.
All right. And why is Timothy O'Malley there?
He's a method actor.
You do know they hired period actors for this, to hang around the.
Well, that sounds like a good cover story. Of course,
Featured performers, maybe.
Except I do want to actually move and schmooze among everybody, but
Oh yeah,
okay, sure, I can go with that.
An actor in New York at a party?
What?
Yeah, I know. Like, why are they in New York? Shouldn't they have gone to LA by now?
No.
Depends on what kind of acting they want to do.
Depends on how good they are. How many times they've been a dead body on Law and Order, and how many times they've been guy unloading a truck on Law and Order.
Huh.
Yeah. So
I actually do know somebody who played Dead Hooker on Law and Order.
yeah. Hey man, it's a paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a goes on your IMDb.
Extra fun. 10 minutes from where I live is a major filming spot for like a huge amount of stuff. Like just this week, they were filming Supergirl there again.
Cool.
Nice.
They've done the Flash, and a bunch of other things.
Yeah, you're in Vancouver area? Or is it Toronto?
Yeah.
I forget. Yeah, Vancouver.
Vancouver area. Yeah,
That's cool.
Vancouver, where they film everything.
Hollywood North.
Exactly.
All
But,
right.
yeah, go ahead.
So you guys move into this party. You meet with people. You schmooze a bit. The scene behind the scene shows everyone in their position. So we've got, just to remind everybody, because it's been a beat. We've got Eli, Burke, and Rainbow all on the waitstaff. We see Eli in the kitchen, like pointing at a thing, be like, "No, get that out of here!
Get over there!
Like he's halfway out the door and yelling at people because he's still smoking.
Them onions are done all wrong. Do them again.
But he knows he's not allowed to be inside, so he's like 5 feet from the door, just yelling into the kitchen. You get Rainbow and Burke carrying trays out, and then the camera zooms around to Caleb coming in a side entrance, and Isabel coming in the front wearing a wonderful dress, carrying a beautiful clutch with fantastic jewelry. The camera slowly pans up on her outfit, as it would in any fashion shoot. And she hands her ticket to the man and walks in. What are you aiming to do?
All right. So, first of all, if we can get Isabel to distract or to talk to Carmelo and try to find out if you can... Do we have blueprints to the house?
It's the Waldorf Astoria, so yes.
Oh, wait, this isn't a house. What is this?
No, this is a
Hotel.
It's a big hotel, big old hotel in New York City that's been there since the 1800s.
He owns it?
No, he's just renting out a good part of it for the night.
All right, so we're not probably going to find any, like, documents or computers or anything like that here. Okay, so if it's not at his house, then I guess talk to Carmelo and try to get any information that you can out of him. Damn, I thought this would be at his house.
Sorry. Nope.
No, that's fine. It's whatever.
Nope.
We'll figure this out.
Okay.
If you can, if anybody can try to find his car, where his car is, can we somehow get a bug in his car?
So somebody lift his wallet and his keys.
Ooh.
We're thieves.
Somebody perhaps get close to
if
him.
we can't pick a pocket.
That's true.
Well,
we're the best
based
thieves,
on
quote unquote. So we've been told.
you could pull the old "Oops, I spilled a drink on you."
I could actually poison his food and get him really sick.
Oh my god!
No, not to die. To get sick and have to go to the bathroom. I can throw a little bit of, laxatives or something. Also, because
we could just make it simple. I mean, Isabel's a thief. I have thief as well as waitstaff.
Oh, okay.
So if we
I didn't know Isabel was a thief. That's awesome. That's perfect.
Or no, you're grifter. I thought you were thief. Never mind. Caleb's thief. I'm not
Give
even.
Steve Grifter.
That's not okay. Yeah, we'll get this figured out eventually.
Yeah, you'll figure out what each other does someday.
So if you're able to distract him, you're able to lift the keys. So yeah, Isabel distract him. Caleb get the keys. We can get a bug in his
Somebody
car.
And then
Pass the keys over to me because
or-
I'm walking in and out all the time.
Mhm.
We can pass the keys along, get him outside, get him back in before he ever notices they're gone.
Especially if you have the keys, you don't have to break into the car. You just have to.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this plan. I like this plan. I could help
Rainbow
distract.
also
because I'm-
wants his wallet.
What's up?
Rainbow also wants his wallet. I
Excellent.
want to look for our any key cards or anything he may have in his wallet.
Okay. So, Isabel has been given some crazy orders to do 9 things at once.
All right.
We can't hear
Michi,
you.
you're muted.
So, question number 1.
Can't hear you. No, I can hear you, Jason. I can't hear Michi.
Oh,
Isabel. Yeah, can't hear Isabel. Sorry.
Isabel.
Yeah.
There we
Yes,
go.
there. Yes.
my question is, did people park themselves or was it valet parking?
Oh, Lord, no. It is valet parking.
Then he won't have his keys on him.
Then we need his token. We still need you to pick his pocket.
Oh,
Yeah, we still need his number and everything.
All
I
right.
mean, or I could just,
And his wallet.
go home with him.
That's your call.
All right. So, as you make your way through the party, rich people everywhere, you spot a couple of $10,000 watches. You spot a couple of people who your mental Rolodex flags as, this guy cheats on his wife with, this kind of person
Everybody.
at this ski lodge every year. You clearly have your grifter sight up as you walk through the crowd. And as you approach, you see the VIP section of the party, where there is a velvet rope with 2 gentlemen standing in front of it.
All right.
So, to get through this, you will need to give me a willpower.
Griffin willpower? Did I die again?
No,
I hear you.
No,
Yeah, I can hear
Alright. I have generated an opportunity for you. My roll's a 7. You have to raise the stakes on the 7.
And if you have a talent that says when opportunity do something, it now works.
Or if you have a specialty you want to apply, or a distinction.
All right. So you need grifter and willpower, right?
Yes.
And I feel like in this situation, the distinction of expensive meat.
The expensive tastes.
Expensive taste.
I like it. Yes, go for it. And you're rolling this at a D8 as opposed to a D4.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Willpower.
Jesus. All right, so you don't get all 3 of those. It's only a 12.
That's a 14.
Oh yeah, 7. So 14. But
Okay.
it's still better than 7. You still crushed it. So you take a moment. The bodyguards are like, excuse me, miss. This is the exclusive area. Only gold level investors and people with the orange wristbands are allowed through here.
Oh.
And how do you deftly make it through?
Flashback of
Step
Rainbow handing her a orange wristband.
All right, let's do that flashback real quick. How did Rainbow get it? Did he lift it off someone else?
Yes, I would have
Give me a thief. Your DC won't be too high because you will be dealing with a drunk.
Okay, and I have specialization pickpocket here. Does this count?
Yeah, I've generated an opportunity, and your difficulty is 7.
And okay, thief agility.
Yes.
Thief, agility, and pickpocket.
to see how smoothly your flashback goes. Oh,
How's
Jesus.
2
Okay. You rolled max on all the dice.
Holy
So 16. So you have a wristband blue, you have a wristband orange, a wristband white.
I
You just
just
didn't
went
know what
and-
they do.
Just
And
I
you
just
have a
kind
new
of-
car.
I just kind of went through and grabbed off a few just in case we needed them.
Yeah, you went up to the security desk and were like, "Oh, one of the guests," and the guy's just so busy that you just grab one of them off the table, and then you grab another one from a guy's neck when he's not looking, and then you, as they're asking for the orange one, we cut to you walking behind her, like sliding it into her clutch.
Nice. Clutches.
There's your
so-
clutches.
You easily pull it out and make your way through, where you see there is the nicest area overlooking the rest of the ballroom. There's a couple of tables up there. There are a number of R&B acts playing 20s themed songs. Let's just say they got Postmodern Jukebox to guest star in this episode.
Nice.
Yeah, and so there's a number of people up there, including the gentleman you saw. What was it? Shit. My brain just cut out real quick, so welcome back. You see Carmelo Lazaro up there talking with a large number of people, including two people that are in his employ that you have been made aware of, one of which is Iris Dunn, his personal assistant. She is wearing a male-style dress with not a male-style dress, a tuxedo cut perfectly for her shape, with no shirt, and is like taped into place, and that's his assistant. She's the person who holds the umbrella for him, like Diddy's assistant. And let's see, Manuel McDonald, a former Golden Gloves boxer who is now his bodyguard, his personal bodyguard. There are another number of other people up here if you want to start chatting or get into anyone else's good graces. Have you seen A Simple Favor yet? Because basically I'm envisioning her as Blake Lively in A Simple Favor.
I haven't seen it, no.
You would enjoy it. It's a very good movie. Everyone would enjoy it.
sorry, I thought you were talking about A Simple Plan. I'm like, wow, that's a deep cut.
No.
Nobody's sexy in A Simple Plan. All right, sorry.
No. We're not doing a Coen Brothers movie.
Whew, thank God. That wasn't going to go well for anybody.
No one gets that.
So, as a performer, I have access to the VIP room as well, or no?
You have. There is a window that you will be allowed up there, and it is coming up.
Okay.
So Isabel's gonna like circulate through the people, chatting,
Mhm.
flirting, having a drink, just the one, and just kind of slowly make her way pleasantly towards Carmelo.
All right, you make a good approach, and you get as far as the bodyguard, or as far as the bodyguard and assistant before they kind of get in your way as Carmelo is talking to a Instagram model, and they're both taking.
Mm-hmm.
And Iris looks at you, and she just says, "You're gonna have to wait your turn, honey."
Oh, of course. I wouldn't dream of trying to skip the line.
She gives you a good up and down, and she's gonna sort of like, "The line's not that long."
No? How long is it?
Hold on, I have to find it. She says, why do you even want to go talk to him anyway?
I mean, he seemed like the most important person in the room to talk to, but you're pretty.
She gives you a smile like you just said that to the most important person in the room.
Oh. should I be talking to?
Well, matters. Matters what you're looking to get at it tonight.
You know, something I've been wanting myself. She's just kind of like seriously flirting with this woman at this point.
Excellent. I just threw a picture of Blake Lively's, some of her costume or some of her get-ups in the Discord. So look at that. Yeah, that'll give you an idea.
Nice.
Yeah, she looks amazing in that movie. All right.
Yeah.
So yes, this woman is like in a $10,000 outfit, and she is feeling it. Give me a grifter awareness.
Alertness?
Yes, that's a thing too.
This is gonna hurt.
You have not generated any complications, and you have succeeded. You now have her eye. She is more interested in flirting with you than she is with paying attention to what her boss is doing.
Excellent.
And the bodyguard kind of moves away from the area, kind of giving her space. Now a side door opens up and a number of period-appropriate performers come through.
Oh god.
And so you'd like to... I was about to go... Caleb, would you like to try to make a pass at getting next to Carmelo?
Absolutely.
right.
Absolutely. Going through and playing the part and just kind of, gradually working my way up there. And lots of gee whiz and oh golly.
Yep. You actually have been given a satchel full of headlines that say Lazaro Pharmaceuticals corners the market.
So I'll start waving a newspaper around as I'm circulating through. It's like, extra, extra, Lazaro corners market. Early edition right here.
Yeah, and it's got a big picture of Carmelo Lazaro with a shit-eating grin on it. Just like finger gunning it up.
Man, I really like this guy. What a likable character.
And then I'll look at him and then look at the paper and look back at him and do an over exaggerated jaw drop.
Oh no.
And then I'll start, what passes for running in this somewhat crowded environment and go, Oh, Mr. Lazaro! Oh, so good to meet you. You're like my hero. You're in the newspaper. That's amazing. Golly gee willikers, so you think if I work really hard, I can be as successful as you?
He kicks you in the face.
Scram, kid, you bothered me.
Cut back on the nose candy, kid.
Your difficulty is now 14 as the bodyguard kind of steps in front of you as you run at him. But give me a what did I say? Thief awareness.
Bodyguard.
Thief awareness.
Alertness, sorry. To get past the guard.
Yeah. You always say awareness. I know you mean alertness. But
because there's so many character sheets in my brain right now.
Yeah, don't you love when they take a standard word and then change it to something else, even though it's all the same thing?
Yeah, just give me a performance. I mean, charisma. I mean, loot check. Yeah. So, what'd you roll?
let's see. Aware alertness and thief. And that's not good. Do I even get this? Do I get disguise on this?
Yes. Because you're playing a role.
Technically,
More dice.
guys.
All right, so you got a 7, an 8.
8
And
in
you
the end.
generated a D6 complication, which is the bodyguard doesn't want to let you through. But
Hey, mister, why you gotta be so mean? Look, he's famous. I just want to talk to the famous guy.
which is why I'm
Just
here.
hold the newspaper up his face. Look at him.
You've got a newspaper in the bodyguard's face.
Yeah.
He's gonna send you away. He's gonna be like, "That's exactly why I'm here."
I just can I
Put
can
your
I
tongue back
get
in,
just
kid.
his signature?
He's not here for autographs, and you're not here to get him. I'm gonna
Is
be
there
speaking
any
to your
chance-
manager.
Is there any chance that Rainbow can get over to him?
I was about to ask,
Yeah.
being
Can
that
I
I'm
just?
more physical of the two, could I go over there and pull the old "whoops, I dumped a plate of fish" stuff
So
on him?
at this point, I'm just being like, "Oh, you're being so mean, mister." And I'm trying to make a distraction, see if I can distract Carmelo at all.
You don't
Well-
think it's working too great.
Yeah.
All right, and who else was making a move to get into that area? One of the servers?
I was planning on it, yeah.
All right, make that move.
Okay, so I'm going to make that move.
Same difficulty
What am I doing?
of 6 plus 8, 14. How you're not approaching this as a bruiser. You're not
No,
approaching this
I'm
as
approaching this as,
a grifter.
let's say, mastermind.
Okay, you're trying to work this situation in a way. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Given that the bodyguard's distracted.
Yeah. So a mastermind willpower to kind of force something to happen.
All right. That's going to be double 8.
All right. And remember, flashbacks are a thing we will be using later. So what looks like missed opportunities now might not always have been missed opportunities. All right. You don't generate any more complications, but you do get over to the two gentlemen that are, or Carmelo and the Instagram model that he's taking pictures with. Her name is going to be. Need to update my random name generator. I've used too much.
There's usually pretty good ones on sevensanctum.com.
Yeah, this one's Victoria Mendez.
Sounds right.
Tori Mendez.
Tori to all her fans.
Yes, she is wearing a flapper dress that looks just barely flapperish. And flapper dresses were pretty revealing. So yes, clearly a woman, like your classic hot Instagram model. So you can get kind of next to her, but you can't really get next to what's his face, to Carmelo Lazaro.
Could I use a Wait, are you trying to pickpocket him, or are you just trying to dump stuff on him?
I was trying to distract them or dump stuff on them, yeah.
Do we have somebody to pickpocket?
I do not
him?
have good enough. Why are we trying to pickpocket the bodyguard?
No, not the bodyguard, Carmelo.
Oh, okay.
To get to his car, so I just wanted to bug his car.
Because
That's
people
all I
drive their
wanted
own
to do.
cars.
I just
people
thought we
drive
could bug
them.
his car. But if this is a whole thing.
Wait, so Burke's trying to distract the bodyguard?
I'm trying to distract the bodyguard so that Caleb can get further in, because right now he's completely on the bodyguard's radar.
I don't think he's not gonna leave him alone though, because you dumping stuff on him isn't gonna have the bodyguard walk away. This guy's acting
No,
weird.
it'll distract him for enough time that maybe Caleb can shift focus away from the bodyguard to somebody who might be maybe more conducive to him.
All right, so what you guys right now have is you've got Isabel talking to the man's assistant. You've got access to the bodyguard. You've got, and you're right next to Carmelo, but you can't quite get to him without making a scene.
Okay.
What are you trying to do? Just get his keys?
his keys in his wallet, hopefully.
Yeah, his
All right.
wallet. His wallet.
The keys are going to be with the valet. We need the ticket to the
Yeah, the
valet to
Ticket
figure
to
out
the
which
valet,
key he's upset.
and we need, but
Guys,
getting his wallet isn't important.
It
You're
would
not
probably
thinking
be
rich
in his
enough.
wallet.
You're not thinking rich enough.
What?
He doesn't have keys in his pocket.
Does he have a wallet in his pocket?
He does have a wallet. However, the person who would have the keys is the bodyguard.
Or his assistant?
Or his assistant would also have access to
But his-
literally everything of his.
Whoever's doing the driving.
That's a good point. Bodyguard, then.
Yeah.
For the ticket, for his wallet.
No, because he's rich enough that he would have a spot here. The bodyguard would have driven
That's a good
the
point.
car here for
All
a
right,
clean
fair
getaway.
enough.
That's a good
Okay.
point.
Wrong.
That's a good point.
You're thinking to actual people.
Well, in this case, if I can cause a distraction, Caleb, can you pickpocket him? Maybe get the keys out?
I can certainly try.
All right. Both of you are going to have to beat the bodyguard on this. So he's going to roll 2d8.
Uh-oh.
And I've got a 13 as your number to beat. So give me a thief agility for the pickpocket and a drifter or mastermind willpower for the distraction.
All
Or
right.
actually, give me the mastermind distraction first, and that'll create an asset for the pickpocket. Also, remember you have plot points, but you haven't been generating a ton of ones.
That's true.
Unlike
Uh,
last time.
Yeah, unlike last time where at this point we had like 7.
We were swimming in them.
All right. Yeah, and I'm going to use a plot point.
All right,
Oh.
you have created. What are you using a plot point to do?
Do better.
Okay,
So
you
you
can
can-
create a D6 asset. And you would have to explain that D6 asset somehow.
Oh boy. Okay.
Plate full of drinks.
Plate full of drinks. That's...
All right, so you've got a 10. That's not quite going to get you. You will. All right, so as you come forth, you come up and douse the drink on the Instagram model, on Victoria Mendez, and he steps out of the way just as she gets splattered with cocktail weenies and leftover.
Oh my! I'm
She
so
starts cursing
sorry.
and
Oh,
yelling at
ew, that doesn't look good. I won't lie to you.
Demanding that she starts demanding that someone throw you over the rail.
And so,
No.
You know who she is? Do you know how many thousands of followers she has?
Who are you asking?
Thousands.
That's what she's asking.
Oh, okay. Well, I literally don't.
All right, that
change
will
her
generate.
count to 0.
You can.
Yeah.
You could ban her account. Let's get. But give me that thief roll, and I'll give you a D4. And obviously, Burke will have generated a plot point for themselves.
all right. So, thief, agility, disguise, yes, no.
Sure.
Disguise.
Right. Thief, agility, disguise, and D4.
All right. So you have no complications, and you have an 11 is your total, which is
13. I've got an 8 and a 5.
okay. Perfect. That's exactly what you needed. You're good. All right. So you have managed to pickpocket the keys off of this guy, meaning this guy won't be able to leave
Nice.
without getting someone else to unlock the car. Now, however, this is the modern age where he could make a call to get that to happen, but you do also have a hacker who could also complicate that.
And he also doesn't know his keys are missing yet.
Very true. So,
This is the bodyguard's keys.
yes, you have got the bodyguard's complete set of keys and key cards,
All right.
which have access to a number of apartments. Yeah, let's say there's 5 apartment keys on there, 3 car keys, one of which is clearly, what is the standard thing? Not a Dodge Caravan. What is it? Shit. Trying to remember what they drive for.
Escalade.
Yes.
It is, yeah, it's an Escalade. It's a pimped out Escalade with like bulletproof windows and shit.
Okay.
Rainbow,
Okay.
is this kind of your jackpot here?
Well, I got this, and so
Can you clone those keys?
I'm basically looking to go. I was like, I'm gonna jump in surprise as the drink spills. Like, and I'm gonna back away. And everything I do is completely over exaggerated.
This terrifying child.
Yeah, you are like the hammiest actor that got kicked out of the Newsies musical.
I'm not as bad as Sophie, but trying.
Yeah, here you're going for the ham. So.
Oh yes, and yeah, even though I am a grown man, I'm doing the 12-year-old Newsies. It's like, gadzooks! This is where I should be, mister.
110% involved in this, and they're like, just.
Well, got an extra. We got the scoop.
I've got to go give a
here,
speech, he
Mr.
says.
Lazaro.
And the bodyguard motions 2 guys come up and are like, okay, buddy, it's time to go downstairs. Go mingle with the crowd.
Can I walk up and interfere? Just like offer him a tray of food, and try to give somebody a chance to take his wallet.
We took the wallet.
We got the bodyguard's wallet and keys. I just need to pass them
There's
off to
literally
Rainbow.
nothing in his wallet that would matter more than having access to his assistant.
Okay, because I want like
his wallet is like an ID card maybe, whereas his assistant carries all of his credit cards.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I get in there to try to?
She is definitely distracted by Isabel. So if you want to make a thief agility at her,
okay,
might get you something. Okay, so your total is going to be 10. I've got a
roll to 12.
Well, you don't get all 3 numbers without spending a plot point.
2 highest.
And I rolled 2 ones. Isabel has
Nice.
Isabel has Iris just on lock. Like Iris is kind of somewhat maybe a little smitten, and she's gonna get a D4 smitten quality.
Smitten.
Nice.
Smitten quality.
You're relating to her, like you're chatting up with her about how like working with these horrible men, and how like the only promotion is next wife, and how that's really a downgrade.
Yeah.
Like how you used to be someone's assistant, and then you got the promotion, and you're like, oh my god, it was easier to control this fool.
Okay, can I?
So yes,
take the cards and then just swipe them to clone the numbers, and drop
yes,
them back in her purse.
You'd basically walk up behind her, pick her bag up off a table, run it through a laptop. She is that distracted. Put everything back exactly where you find it, wink at Isabel, and just get out of there.
And then I will tell, Burka, take a picture of those apartment keys. I don't need the actual key.
Yeah, if we get pictures of both sides, we can 3D print them.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Nice.
Yes, that's a thing that you will have that technology. All right, so good job. You have gotten access to his private areas, pretty much all of them. You have access to most of his stuff without them knowing. They will find out the car keys are gone, but we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back and talk about what your next move is. If you're going to stay at this party, or you're going to move on to something else. All right, so we're going to take a 10-minute break, and we'll be back. Get yourself a glass of water and stretch or whatnot. All right, thanks.
Can't stop.
Hello.
Hi,
Forgebreaker,
welcome
thank
back.
you for the
Hello.
raid.
Yeah, thank you for the raid. Welcome everybody to this game of Leverage. The crew is currently trying to take down a corrupt corrupt venture capitalist turned pharmaceutical entrepreneur who jacked up prices and may have something to do with a drug trial ending very suddenly. So, last we knew, our entire crew had invaded the unironic flapper-style party being thrown by Mello Lazaro, our evil villain of the week. And, see, the highlight is the evil villain's very attractive assistant is currently smitten with our grifter, Isabel. So, you guys
Holy
are...
willikers!
Yeah, wow. All right, and so you guys have just finished up your invasion of this party. You think you've got pretty much everything you can from this party. You have complete access to pretty much everything Mello Lazaro owns because you have his assistant's keys. And
So-
assistants have everything.
We have to get Rainbow near his computers, first of all.
Yeah, it's like a 2-block walk.
Yeah. So I guess do you need to be in there or just like in the general radius?
I mean,
How's your
it's
computers
it's always easier to be at the computer, but the general radius works. But since we have the keys and stuff, and I can clone the keys and
Let's
whatnot,
get in there.
Can
Can
we
we do
can
it?
also search his apartment and safes and whatnot.
Can we do it while he is at the party, or is that ship sailed? Is it the next day, or?
It can still be the party whenever you need it to be. You guys are professionals. You know what you're doing. You know you might have to move fast because parties like this are a little unpredictable. But you also know that he is an Instagram addict, so that you can pretty much keep track of his whereabouts kind of easily.
And you said Frederick Coots is an investor, right? He's not a politician yet.
He is a smaller He's a rival investor. He invests in other things, and it looks like he looks to go into politics.
But is not currently in them.
No.
Okay, so
I do want to just mention that everything you guys are doing is good for information gathering, but you still got to take him down.
yeah. Well, that's what we need the hacker to get into his computers for, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That way
All
we
right.
can see what he might want and see how we might pretend to give it to him.
Okay, perfect. All right, so give me that hacker roll. You guys make way past his doorman. As many of you need to be there. Probably not all 5 of you, but whatever.
I won't
All
be.
right,
I'm gonna be.
give me that
going-
hacker.
Well,
All right.
So you're going to go up against his computer system, which is not insignificant, but you do have his passwords. Yeah, to be honest, give me a roll versus 2D.
Okay, and can I use my specialization for
What is it?
Clear the registry.
Yes, to not leave evidence. Because no one likes a hacker that gets caught. Unless he wants to be.
oh, bum bum.
Alright. Give me that roll. Oh, Jesus. Alright, so a 16 blows through his fire. Blows through any security protocols he had. Blows through the
Exploded.
fingerprint lock. Blows through... You, like, jiggle the fingerprint lock? Just, like, jingle the fingerprint part out?
locks
and
are
just replace it.
Security.
Yeah,
theater.
they're bullshit. Yep. And you find a number of things on his computer. A number of emails to someone named Dean Byron Ward, involved in medical sciences at Princeton. You find a number of emails to Joy Knight about how she should just take the money. And a couple of the emails related to Byron Ward bring up Ginger Connors being potentially being loud about the situation, and that won't look good for anybody, but wouldn't be a hard problem even if she was. You also find, with that high of a roll, you also find he is in a silent bidding war for with Frederick Kautz, the politician to be, for something called Twice Upon a Time in Shaolin.
What is?
Twice Upon a Time in Shaolin.
Is it a movie?
It is the second secret album from the Wu-Tang Clan that they've only made a simple one of.
Okay, so there's some personal shit going on between these two. It's not just
Yes, if you look into it, you do
Or
realize
special rich guy record.
they are nemesises to each other.
they are. It looks like if you look into Frederick Kautz a little bit, you see that he has a long. He went to the same boarding school as Lazaro. He went to the same Ivy League.
Yes.
I think they both went to, let's say, Yale. And they were all in pretty much the same classes together, except Frederick Kautz's father is not as rich as Carmelo Lazaro's father. So yeah, that's a
Is there any
that's a small jackpot.
Is there any confidential work, like stuff from the company that might be damning on his computer?
Well, here's the thing: what he's
Bought
doing
it.
isn't illegal; it's just shitty.
Yeah.
Guys,
So you track down what he did was he took his investment firm's money, bought the patent on the pharmaceuticals that were costing $7 and keeping a small group of people alive, and just jacked the price up 1,000 times to make way more money.
Right.
The problem is the people can't afford it because they're sick. And it looks to be like there was a pharmaceutical trial going on at Princeton University and this hospital that got suddenly canceled because Unimed, any patents that Unimed sold the rights to any patents from that trial, and it got shut down by the dean of Princeton Medical School
Okay.
before it could help too many people.
Okay.
can I spitball a plan here?
Nick, go for
Sure.
it.
Okay.
It's not up to me.
You're silent. I was asking the group.
No, yeah. What's up?
So I'm thinking best thing to do here is to create another patent or medication. I mean, create the illusion of one of these things, and start up a bidding war between Mello and Fred, that we then rig for Mello to win, and then reveal that it is worthless to his investors, hopefully wiping them out.
Do you think that would be enough to just stop him outright? I
You
mean, how
take
much
away
do-
a rich kid's money.
Is that going to take away all of his money?
It's not, but it's gonna damage him.
It's gonna make him
Okay.
rich poor.
The thing is if you damage him, plus that could get him kicked out of his venture capital if the board's like,
That's
you're
the
not
bigger
good
goal.
for
If it's a
us.
big
If we
enough,
can take away his influence, power, that's
it's
the
a
better
big
move.
enough hit.
I don't
Well-
care if he still has a couple $1 million.
Well, as he also has a couple million followers.
I was about to say is
we
Oh,
could
yeah, I
also
was gonna
embarrass
ask.
him publicly.
what he's doing is terrible, and if we could get one of the things that I thought is the doctor Ginger Connors, if we can get the doctor to get funding from Frederick Kautz, she could have a platform to be like, this isn't right, and Frederick Kautz is like, yeah, I agree, this isn't right, that guy's a dick, and then everyone's like, hey, you're a dick. And then he starts, Frederick Kautz is going to come out, especially if now Frederick Kautz doesn't look stupid. So if we let him know, hey, he's going to go down soon. Like, you'll be on the winning side. You know what I mean? Like, it's insider trading. You're going to win. Do it. It's a safe bet. Why wouldn't he? Back this random doctor.
You'd have
If
to
he
convince
knows.
him of it. All right.
Yeah,
But
that's where I
we
was
can,
going to go.
But yeah, we can. Where do you guys want to move forward next? That's you've got a rough outline of a plan. You've got a good set of things that you might want to do. You found a ton of information. How are you going to start doing it?
Okay, so first, can Rainbow start bidding, like entering in on the bid for this album that they're secretly
Yes.
bidding for?
Yes, you certainly can.
Take it away from both of them. With fake money. With all the Bitcoin that you have.
Now, here's the thing.
To be fair, I could take it away from them with Lazaro's own money, because I do technically have his card numbers and everything.
Yes.
That's what you're doing.
The bidding is currently around $500,000, which is for 13 tracks of unheard songs. You have no idea.
That could be worth a lot of money if it's like really rare.
It's the one of a kind.
There's only one pressing of it. They destroyed the master.
Then that's probably could be worth a lot of money.
This is the second time this group has done it, so it probably won't go for the 1.3 million it went for.
Or actually 2.1.
Hold on, with a winning bid of 1 million. How did it go for 2 million? That's weird.
What?
Yeah. Oh no, because he later auctioned it off for less than he bought it for because he was a douche. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Sale was never completed. Too bad.
That's weird because there's like a special like gold or metal pressed Yu-Gi-Oh card that was auctioned off. Like you could only win it at the tournament, and it sold more than that album did.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, because if I remember right, the dude's wanted 10 million, but he got like 3.
What? I have to start playing Yu-Gi-Oh? No. No.
You
Still
have
pass.
to win that. You had to win that one-time tournament, and then you got the
You've gotta be-
special card.
The very best.
You have to literally be Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes.
So to get it, you have to be the very best.
No
Whatever
one
it
ever
was.
was.
No, that's a Pokemon's.
Yeah.
Well-
that's different.
That's how you get a shiny Mew. Anyway,
That's tomorrow night.
so
Burke is sitting here
Oh.
because this conversation is definitely happening in the workspace,
Yeah.
and I just
And everybody's debating
completely
the
derailed the meeting.
What's a Pokemans? The hell's a Pokemans?
Oh
It's
no!
like
you've been in jail for too long.
it's like a man, but you poke him just like this. I'll poke his chest.
Oh God! Please stop.
But two
I would
men
like.
really love each other. A great deal. They could poke people in other places.
Listen, son, I've been to prison. I seen it enough. I would like to go to Frederick Coot, and I would like to bring, if I can, because I have let her know of the stakes, I would like to bring Miss Ginger Connors.
Are we still operating on the same day? Or I'd say a day or two has probably passed.
This would probably be another day. If you guys want to do something still on the same night, go for it. Or if you want to save it for later.
We can always flash back to that if we need to.
I was gonna say
Okay.
it's the same night. Isabella's definitely not there.
Gotcha. Taking care of business.
She walks into the middle of the briefing wearing last night's dress,
Hair's all messed up. What's
which
up,
is all
guys?
whalebone. So, like, good on you for putting it back on.
Are you kidding? She always has a backup outfit for her.
Okay.
All right.
So I would like to go to Frederick Coots's office, but I'd like to enter. I think,
What's your approach?
like, who am I?
Yes. Or how, like, aggressively.
What are you
Give me
doing?
more details. Details.
Okay. Well, I was literally just going to set up a meeting with him under the guise of being a. That's the opposite of what I'd be good at, though. Like someone who's like, "Hey, I can get you a lot of like young boats," even though I'm like a fucking old man.
Bring Rainbow
No,
with
you have no idea.
I'm
You
gonna.
have
That,
no
that's
idea.
what I was planning. Was I was thinking of either bringing Isabel or you with me.
Evan,
So I'll bring.
think about all the lobbyists. Think about all the lobbyists.
That's the word I'm thinking of. Lobbyist.
There's
Like,
two
I'd like-
kinds of them.
I meet hundreds of them
50-year-old
every.
men and 20-year-old women.
You're right. So that's exactly. I'm gonna bring Rainbow. It's gonna be me and Rainbow walking into Coots's office under the guise of, "Hey, we have a strategy for you." You know what I mean? So that's what we are right now.
All right. Okay.
So a fake lobbyist badge, which Those are
So-
really expensive in real life. Those are like
1,500 in real life, but you could make them on your printer.
no problem.
So anyway,
So I'm gonna dress in actually like a nice suit this time, and
Gotcha.
head over there. Rainbow, I think the more you look like you, the better. The more you just look straight up like you, the better.
grassroots.
You are the young votes. You are the ones that are hard to get. And I assume Frederick Coots he's like he's just an old man.
No, he's
No,
in
probably
his
not.
30s as well. He thinks he's going to be JFK.
Gotcha. Excellent. Perfect. That's exactly what
He
I was
actually knows about the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
He grew up- yeah. All right. So
he wants to be the cool congressman.
He may have actually used the internet and
he might have actually what?
used the internet.
He makes Simpsons references, but not like Ted Cruz makes Simpsons references.
Does he
Oh,
have a
Ted.
heavy social media
Ted.
presence?
He does. It's not as nearly as big. It's not as boisterous and loud.
So it's more like professional,
It is much more professional and curated, we'll say.
which is to say he's not the one putting it together necessarily. He has an intern doing it.
Yeah, he's got a staff of
Yeah.
people who are like a PR consultant, etc., etc. So you get seated in his office. The assistant offers you coffee. He is actually he's running a little behind. She says he's just coming back from a racquetball game that ran over.
We completely understand. Thank you very much. If you wait, she already brought in coffees?
She did, but she's about to leave the office.
No good. Okay.
Yeah, she leaves the office.
Okay. Rainbow.
Yeah.
If you do you think you could discreetly do your thing?
Yeah.
See what we can find while we wait.
Yes, I can. I don't even I just do it from my laptop, so I don't risk
Yeah.
sitting in his chair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just basically flash the screen. There's a word for it. I don't know. It's a thing. Okay, doesn't matter. You have an opportunity if you can do something with it, but give me a hacker intelligence versus a 3. His password is actually written down on his keyboard.
Yes.
Sticky note.
I didn't even roll good this time, and it doesn't matter.
It's his password is actually change me.
Okay. You know,
Oh,
I didn't.
Wow.
I didn't. For some reason, I screwed up the roll of the d6, but I don't need it. So
It doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
you couldn't. You rolled
Got
3
it.
dice. So yeah, get a good shot there. All right. You on his computer, you see that he is also bidding. He is moving a little bit of funds around so that he can free up $100,000 to put in a $600,000 bid on Twice Upon a Time in Shaolin.
Keep cranking it. Keep cranking against him. Just keep bidding against him.
I put in a $800,000 bid.
No,
Nice.
here's the thing. Do you do that as a third party or do you do that as Mello?
Oh,
As Carmelo?
I do it as a third party.
Okay.
Carmelo might notice.
All right.
Maybe.
So
Yeah, and if they see a third party has jumped in, that's going to spur them both.
Yeah.
you see that he's kind of a straight shooter. Like he's not corrupt. He's not doing anything obviously illegal. His taxes are rich person shady, but all rich people's taxes are shady at some level.
Yep.
You can afford
That's
an
fine.
accountant that can make your taxes
Yeah.
look shady. It's all good.
His house his mansion is basically just outside the city and technically considered a farm because they sell 4 Christmas trees a year. Laws are fun. So he pays so little in taxes it's nearly criminal. But it's not actually criminal. So, yes, you've access to pretty much everything. He does have a mistress and a wife.
Okay.
If we need that, that's always good information to have.
You never know.
Only one mistress?
Yes,
That you know of.
He is a straight shooter.
comparatively. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, there was nothing I wanted to do. I just wanted to wait for him.
Okay.
I'll start smoking.
All right. Yeah.
I just-
The
you start smoking. I just, who even smokes anymore? And Rainbow pulls out a vape.
What the hell? What in God's name is that?
I'm waiting for somebody to walk into this office and ask what the fuck is going on.
No, I want to know what the hell that is.
Suddenly it's a smoking lounge for two strangers.
And
He's got an
and
ashtray somewhere, I'm sure. I take
It
a
smells
paperweight
like velvet
and put my ashes in it.
It's a $10,000 Tiffany ashtray that is clearly not meant to be used.
An ashtray's an ashtray.
Right next to it.
He wants to make it fancified. That's his fault.
Right next to it is a $10,000 silver ball of yarn that does not move. Because that was the thing that exists. So yes, this guy is also super wealthy. He comes in and is like, I didn't expect the tobacco lobby. Hi, could you please put that out? Thanks.
No problem. I was finished.
All right. Oh, he cringes when you do that. So, what can I do for you today?
Well, allow me to introduce myself. I stand up, straighten myself out, offer him just a firm, hard handshake, and
Now,
say,
here's the thing. Do you want to do the roll first and then the scene, or do you want to do the scene and then the roll?
"What's that
Let's
mean?
do the roll first.
What am
Let's
I
see
rolling for?"
how you do, and then you can tell me how you win or fail. All right, give me a... Okay, he opens up an opportunity for you. And give
What does
me
that?
a
What does that
grifter
mean?
that you have... I rolled a 1, that means.
Okay. What do I do? Am I able to do anything with that? I forget what that does.
If you don't have a talent that triggers it, no, you can't do anything with it, I'm sorry.
My talents are, the bigger they are, an archangel. So
No, I don't think you can do anything with that.
nah,
All right,
those are for like, yeah.
so you've got to roll Grifter intelligence, because you're trying to kind of outsmart him a little.
All right, so that's 1d8 and then 1d10.
And you got to beat a 5. Unless you have anything else you want to add to it.
Nope.
Okay. So you got a 13.
I think I'm good.
All right, so you have his ear. He's going to be very amendable.
Malleable.
Amenable.
Very into what you're saying.
Excellent.
Amenable.
Amenable. It's not amiable.
Well, if he does it in a friendly way, then it might be
He does
both.
do it in a friendly way. He definitely shakes both of your hands with a hard but not too hard handshake. His sleeves are rolled up, even though he's clearly freshly showered and changed. His tie is on, but a little loose. He has cultivated the "I'm a working politician" look.
Yeah. All right. That's it, sir. My name is Robert Flay, and I'm here with my assistant. What's going to be your name, Rainbow?
Lily Cross.
Lilycra?
Lily Cross.
And I'm here with my assistant and right hand main gun here, Lily Cry. And we came because we have heard that you are interested in perhaps pursuing any kind of office.
I've not made my political ambitions too hidden.
No, of course. Nor should you. It's a good call. And the slow, easy progression, people will understand that this is a man who's thinking about it. Doesn't have it all planned out, because none of us do, but is confident about his abilities. And that goes a long way, my friend. Now, what we came here to do is, we try to build success, right? So it's our job to try to make you look presentable or appetizing to a specific demographic of voters, and that is the young voters, which, as we all know, they are the trickiest to get. Now, Lily Cray here, now she represents the young votes, right? In many ways, shapes, and form, and she has her ear to the ground when it comes to their interests and their concerns. And I can tell you that we have something of particular interest to you that's pretty close to home and might be a good jumping off point, a nice stepping stone towards that political career in the future.
Yeah. Really? So, I've been looking at, I technically live outside the city, so I've been looking at state senate.
Mhm.
My dream is, a little higher than state, if you take my drift.
Of course. And now you're still young, so you still have plenty of opportunity to do so. And the sooner you get started on it, the better. And now, before you even officially announce that you're running for office of any kind, it's good that you start doing more philanthropic. I don't know how to say the word.
Philanthropic.
Philanthropic work. That way, it seems.
Guys, what is happening?
It's called aphasia. It's where you can't remember words. It's the only word I will never forget. Aphasia.
I'll remind you when you forget that.
Thanks.
Doing this kind of philanthropic work, well, and activist kind of work, it shows that you care. It proves that you care before you're even officially running for office. It's something that when you are running, voters can look back on and go, ooh, I like that guy. So, will you hear us out?
Yes, I'm very interested in your proposition.
Excellent. Now, Miss Cray here has brought to my attention that there was a particular, well, it's a touchy subject, but it's about a disease. Now, guys, I did not write that name of that disease down because it was ridiculous. Does anybody have the name of that?
Critch cow.
We can end the scene there because you've talked about what you wanted to do with it.
Okay, cool. I like that.
And,
I like that.
Yeah,
And then we can come back to it if we need it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's just him going, tell me more, and then wipe to what the others are doing.
I put another cigarette in my mouth, and then he tells me to put it out. I put it out.
No, as long as you don't light it.
Okay. Nah,
When you go to light it, he's just like, please don't light it.
I forgot. All right.
So, what are the other people doing while this is happening? Anything special, or are we gonna bounce a little forward?
I
You
don't
guys
know.
want-
We go,
Do you guys want to? We've already created the bidding war, right?
It looks like you've gotten that started, yes.
Did we want to bounce forward and pretend to be from a pharmaceutical company with a new pharmaceutical? Like, do you guys want to try to be these people, or do we want to just do it online so that?
I think for the sake of television, we should do it in person.
I
It
think.
makes a better scene now.
Well, then,
Well, I mean, or did you want to use your time to do something else? If you had something else, like, did you want to go hit his apartment? Did you want to go kill his bodyguard? Did you want to go, kidnap his dog? Like, whatever ideas we got.
None of those serve our purpose.
Just see what everyone has for
It's
ideas.
cool to have a dog, though.
I think just.
I don't want to kill a dog.
I think
No, kidnap a dog.
I don't want to kidnap a dog.
Okay.
Ladies
okay,
are
I
dogs.
feel like that will certainly complicate matters.
Look,
I'm just gonna let this roll out of control, so go right ahead.
we know that killing the dog is a very bad idea because that cast summoned John Wick.
Yeah, you don't want to get John Wick on
we don't want
this.
John Wick.
Baba Yaga.
Listen, y'all are too young to remember John Wick, Baba Yaga. Trust me. Ugh. I remember when he was first starting out. All right.
Best story said John Wick should have been called Keanu Reeves.
What is that? What
Yes.
are you doing?
We
Get
are
out. You get out. You get out of this room.
Again, this entire conversation happens in the briefing room.
Absolutely. Of course, Caleb likes puns.
And I've decided that a minor character bit is I have no frame of reference for most popular culture. So whenever this happens, I'm just going to sit here and wait.
Grumpy, upset because you don't get the references.
So you're completely confused by all the posters and miniatures and books and stuff that.
I haven't understood
graphic
anything
novels
except
that
Wu-Tang.
She has.
Maybe this would be a good scene for. Maybe this would be a good scene to a flashback to give us a little insight into Burke's past. Like someone's trying to get her to listen to something, she's like, "Shut up! I've got a mission."
It's doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. She's back in the orphanage, and her bunkmate is listening to her Walkman, because let's see, she would be in her mid-30s, so she'd be my age. So, trying to get her to listen to Debbie Gibson, and she forcibly puts the headphones on Burke's head, and Electric Blue is playing. And so she rips the headphones off immediately, twirls the cord around the girl's neck, and shoves her off the bunk. And decides no more.
Jesus!
No!
You hung her!
You see the
I
girl
heard
get
her.
up.
And then I just look at her and I go, no more.
And the girl walks away from you. All right.
God, what an
Flashback to
asshole.
present where she's thinking about that memory fondly.
So
I've always been
I-
a good person, well-balanced, good person.
I don't know. Do you feel there'll be anything of value to be found in the biomed labs?
I think we know about Professor Ginger. If we send the grifter, I can fake the pharmaceutical information, and we can look like we're starting some kind of threat to his monopoly on the cow disease medicine or whatever.
That's a pretty good idea.
There you
Make
go.
it
There,
more desperate.
actually, again, that actually did happen. Is somebody ended up making a cheap alternative to whatever it was that Shkreli
the
bought.
real life thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's work with that.
Oh, good idea.
So you're going to instead of making it real and doing that, you're going to pretend you've done it and
Yes.
take it to him, offering for him to buy it before it becomes his problem.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but we want to make it look like we've already talked to Professor Ginger and taken steps to making it.
Gotcha. So what I would need is a mastermind with. Oh, I forgot the stats. Intelligence. You're trying to outsmart this dude.
Who's doing this?
I do want to point out one problem with
Mm-hmm.
Isabel going kind of anywhere near Carmelo until it's time to bust him.
Yeah.
See, but the thing is, but she has such a direct in that Isabel could say, "Oh, Isabel could get them the appointment with him."
Ooh.
Yeah,
Hey.
I just wanted to point out that
Okay. Yeah. We've established a good enough reason for you to remain in this part of the episode.
Okay. So here's the thing: Isabel is the one coming to him with this because she has the inside line on it and is bringing one of the techs who are working on it
There you go.
to meet with him because that tech is willing to be bought out.
Gotcha.
All right. So who's the tech? Are we going to go with our master of disguise for the tech?
Did you say you needed an intelligence mastermind?
Yeah, just give me one of those from someone.
Who?
Okay. I've got both of those as my secondary.
Just do it then. Somebody. This will
Ba-ba-ba.
put whoever rolls it is in the scene. That's the thing.
Mastermind intelligence.
Because you're telling him a plan.
8
I've got pretty high mastermind
and
intelligence.
D6.
Yeah, but you're currently in the other scene.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, we're in the other scene, so.
All right. So I get an 8.
Alright, good. So yeah, the other three of you, you approach him with this plan, and it seems to be pretty. He seems interested.
No.
So he's like, "Yeah,
I'll be the technician. I'll put on my Clark Kent glasses.
all right. Then I
And
will
I was
need-
the help in the last scene, so obviously he has no recollection of me.
Absolutely
I think that's
not.
the thing you have. Yeah. Oh, he barely even noticed you breathed. So the three of you are gonna have to sell him on this. Let's see.
Ooh.
I will need a grifter from the thief, which will give an asset to the actual grifter, who can give me a grifter awareness. So a grifter alertness or a grifter willpower on the mark from our grifter, and a grifter alertness from the thief.
Okay. Grifter alertness. I'll let you roll first.
Don't you need to roll first?
Yeah, I need you to roll first. I need the thief
Okay.
first because you're building something for her.
Fair
You're
enough.
basically setting a stage for her to seal the deal.
Grifter alertness.
Yeah, you're 15. All right, so you've gotten a. That's high enough. I'll give you a D8 asset for the thief or for the actual grift.
Awesome. grifter willpower, right?
Yes.
Plus a D8 because I'm convincing.
Ooh, nice. You've got a 11 there, which is much higher than the 6 you needed. So you've crushed it.
Plus
Do
5
you-
critical hit.
Yeah. Do you want to plat out, or how do you convince him? Do you just show him the numbers and talk to him like a business, or do you get flashy with him?
Oh no, we go through the assistant.
Yeah. Okay, so you're basically having the assistant tell him that this is a deal he'd be an idiot not to take.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes, there's a lot of scenes of you whispering in the assistant's ear as she later, like, you'll say something to her, and then it'll cut to a scene of her repeating it pretty much verbatim to him. And with the thief getting a good read on what will work with this guy, he quickly buys in, and it looks like you've got him on the hook for how much money would it take to buy that? Let's say. Let me Google a sec.
Something that's groundbreaking, right? It's going to be like a big deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And because you're also pitching him that this cure that you're inventing would not only fix that disorder, but would fix others.
Mm-hmm. It's like a miracle drug.
And would give him access to so many other markets.
So you're looking at millions, man.
Yes.
Possibly billions. If it's depending on how much of a miracle drug you just concocted, like a too good to be true situation.
I love how the formula we're handing him is just going to be a bunch of random chemical names because none of us are chemists.
See,
I watched that Breaking Bad show. We'll use some of that. Good enough.
It's blue because it's pure.
I'm throwing darts at a one of those periodic tables. I'm just throwing darts at it. All right, that one. Throw it on there.
All right, yeah, we got this new compound here, paracetamol.
it's Oblikelp. All right. Yeah, I can't find out how much the patent for insulin sold for, but originally it sold for $1 to a university.
Yeah, the researchers sold it for $1 to university to basically make sure it was a public good. That
And
it was
then-
free cheap. And then they keep tweaking the formula a bit and patenting it at a much higher price.
So yeah, let's say let's go with $500 million. So you guys basically fake up a whole company.
Big.
We established I could do that, so.
Yes,
All
you
right,
can
guys,
so easily.
let's steal the pharmaceutical industry.
Now, is he pushing that and talking about it publicly too on social media? Like, how far does his social media shit go? Like,
Do you want to convince him to?
That's something I was thinking. Is like, got a brilliant new idea coming, got a great new concept, great for the investors, great for money making, and like all of his investors are going to start hearing about it and are going to get excited. If we could maybe even trick them into investing in it too, just off of his word, then he's really fucked. Like if he just wasted everybody else's money, then they're not only going to not invest, they're going to want their money back from him. And they're probably going to sue the shit out of him for years and years.
Yep.
Because rich people are very spiteful, so I think that might be a good way to go.
All right. So let's say you've got this all set up now. But the thing is, how does this then take him down? You've got him all set up, all excited about it, but he's actually going to send a bigger team than you expected in to investigate it. He's doing his homework better than expected.
He's sending a bigger team to investigate?
Yeah, you guys expected him to just like kind of take it and roll with it and invest quickly because of the way he's acted, but he takes a beat and makes a phone call, and someone is coming to verify a lot of that information. So,
can we intercept that at all? Like, can we do something with this complication, or is it just...
It's a big complication. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to use this complication to help take him down?
Hold on. I think I have a thing.
You have thoughts.
Let me look at my talents. When a fixer rolls complication die against you. You spend 1 plot point to take the complication die and add it to your roll as an asset. Step it up 1 if your explanation for how it helps you involve in a flashback scene. Can I do that with this, or is this too like heavy-handed?
I'll let you add a. Give me how you're going to turn this to your advantage, and I'll let you take a D10 from.
Okay, so what I can do is I can use my who is he sending? Who is this? Like, what is this person?
He's sending basically his assist. He's going to go personally, and how did you have access to his assistant? How big do you want him to make it?
You mean how loud?
Yeah.
I guess just enough to start getting his investors sniffing at it and maybe investing some money in it already before it gets jumping. And then whoever he sends, I was going to use either Gambler or Did Time to say that I either know this guy or I know someone that because again, depending on who he sends to investigate, or it's a team, right? Is that what you said?
Oh yeah, he's going to send a bunch of people, and the thing is, you have some opportunities here to play with that.
With this team of people?
Yes. Nerdy, you got something?
I was going to say, can we somehow get Professor Ginger, the person who worked on this original trial, to perhaps be on our side and maybe get some justice for her trial? That
be in on the con, basically.
Yeah, she's a good person. She probably wouldn't have wanted her trial to go bust when it could have helped people. So if we can get her to help us.
If the whole talk about this pharmaceutical is kind of under the radar when it comes to what it is, and over the radar when it comes to him going, let's invest in this cool thing, and then he talks to his investors behind the scenes, no one really knows about what this drug is, so she's technically not doing anything wrong. By saying, like, yeah, by all these accounts, this is going to be really, really good, because we just...
Plus, anywhere with the made up drug where they would ask, like, oh, but what about the scientific property of blah 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 blah, she can go, oh, well, that's proprietary at this point. I'm afraid I can't indulge in it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, she
can counter science them.
Yeah, that's a pretty. So that can be the asset that we can acquire from this. If you guys want. So like his team of researchers is blocked by her and her team, because she was leading the whole thing, right? She was running that whole program. So she probably has a couple doctors under her.
But here's the question. You're selling him something and you're having her sell it. Do you want to sell him the same thing twice?
No, we're having her validate it. When he's sending the team to validate it, we're having her validate it. Saying like they're coming to be like, does this all check out? Does this all check out? She goes, yep. And then they go, oh, cool. All right. It all checks out. Like that's what she's there.
Gotcha.
She's our check,
Gotcha.
That was a good call bringing her in. I was trying to figure out like with them personally, but if we're going to use her.
All right.
Yeah, weirdly, I feel like a bunch of scientists wouldn't care if you went to prison or not.
Well, that's why I couldn't figure out who it was.
Not sure how that one would have worked out.
I thought he was sending like a lawyer or something, and then I was like, I could know the lawyer. That's what I mean. I didn't know who he was sending. I didn't know what was going on.
Well, you have some good. Well, okay. So,
but like Gambler, I could know one of them. You know what I mean? Like I know that you owe money to so and so. You know what I mean?
So him sending the team in, it looks like it could be an opportunity for a takedown. Or if you want to go through that and then move on to a different opportunity, what opportunity for takedown would you like to create? Like, because your goal is to get him to get this thing hyped up, put a lot of money into it, and then reveal it's not real.
Yeah, so I think the takedown would have to be after this, because this is just like the proving point of, hey, look, we've got this, it's real.
I don't think you'd be able to convince Dr. Connors to work with you to lie to someone. That would take quite a bit of influence. So you would have to...
Okay.
We're going to do a scene with her real quick where she is a D8 integrity. where you can convince her to play along, but it's not going to be super easy.
I think it would be good if it was Rainbow and Isabel, because Rainbow is kind of an activist in and of herself and outspoken when it comes to this kind of thing, and can basically be like, look, I've seen people do way worse. I mean, it's up to you how you want to talk to her. And then Isabel is the grifter to kind of strengthen it and bolster it. You know what I mean? To try to basically be like, yeah, it's lying, but it's lying to liars. You know, like, you're lying to the people that want to take money from people who are sick. Like,
all right, let's hit that up then.
You know what? Let me try to talk to her.
okay.
It could go
With
really
the
bad,
Isabel being your
but,
backup. Yeah.
but let me.
That's
do
what
it.
I mean by just have Isabel in there, maybe with you on the back burner to be like, you know.
Okay.
All right, so you come into Dr. Ginger Connor's lab. She's in her mid early 30s, I'd say. She's got her hair like long enough to get in a ponytail, but not too much longer. Like wearing her goggles in the lab, doing lab things that scientists do, because I don't know what they actually do for a living.
Science stuff.
How do you?
Pipettes.
Well, that's the thing. How do you make them on TV appear to be a scientist without like?
You put
They
him in a
jacket.
lab
She's
coat.
staring at her
Jacket.
computer.
Petri dish, yes.
Just give her a lab coat. She's automatically a scientist. That's TV rules.
Works for
right?
Tara Reid.
Yeah.
For the most part, you just need a lab coat. If you really need to sell it, have them look in a microscope and go, oh.
Ah.
Yeah, because their actual job is looking at a computer comparing statistics. So, not that thrilling.
Oh, and also briefly cut to like a super zoom macro shot of stuff on a petri dish acting up.
That's,
Acting up.
That's more mad science.
yeah, that's a little more bone. All right, so give me your approach to her. Do you want to roll first, or do you want to just play the scene?
I want to roll first.
And if you roll poorly, you're going to have to play the failure, which I think is way more interesting. All right.
Yes.
Roll for
So, obviously, this is Grifter. What is this? Willpower?
Yes.
Willpower, Grifter. And I'm going to argue Geek at a D4 because I'm not good in social situations.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You could also argue that it would work at a D8 for you because you're speaking science. But you want the D4 and plot point? Take the plot point.
Yeah. I
Take the
will.
plot point. Let's get some complications going. All right. Give me those rolls. Ooh, okay, so you've got the plot point, and then you have a complication come up. So she is not going to play along with you, and you're not sure why, but as you talk, she will come up with why.
Okay.
You will find out why. Yeah.
Alright, so look, here's the thing. We think we can fix him overpricing the drugs, because and you know, just help these people who really need it. And all we need you to do is verify what we're telling him.
No, look, you're... what you're asking me to do... I spent 7 years developing the groundwork for this study, and it was just beginning, and it was going extremely well. I figured it out. These people don't have to stay on these drugs. I can cure them.
And then,
Do you want me to sell him a fake? I'm not gonna lie. I worked too hard, developed something too good for it to be wasted like this.
okay,
We can use this. Not now, but later.
yeah, okay, yeah, no, I understand. Hard work and all. That's totally fine. I think right now we cut to black and we can try to use this later.
I have an idea.
The scene wipes, giving you potential for shit. And me, a complication that I can use is honest. Honest really complicates your guys' life. You can't con an honest person.
Nope. Well, you can. They need to be really dumb. Then you can con them all you
The
want.
thing is
And you need to be
That's just
heartless.
robbery.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
So, if she had a cure, why is she not stepped forward about this cure? Why is she
Because
still...
he has shut her down.
because
That was the point of me doing what I did before.
his company owned the research. That's the problem. Despite, because she was doing the trial through Unimed, which was bought out by his company, so they own the rights. So when they shut her down, she can't do anything else with it because it's his proprietary information still.
Fair enough. So her cure is still based on this treatment drug then. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
No, she can cure them.
he
She
also
just
bought
needs-
the rights to the research study she was doing.
She can't.
Her
He
research.
doesn't
I'm
want
sorry
there
if that wasn't clear.
He doesn't want there to be a cure so that he can keep selling the medication. She's like, we don't even need the medication. I can just cure him. But
It's
she can't because she hasn't. He has all the research.
It's like the Tumblr
So-
conspiracy theory that the big pharma has the cure to cancer,
X,
but
Y, and Z.
Everything, yeah.
Or the infinite carburetor conspiracy that's had like big oils keeping your car inefficient. Which, probably a tiny bit true, but not
To a
as true as
degree,
people think.
yeah.
So
But yeah,
sounds like we're going to need proof of this cure. We're going to
that's why we
expose
went
it.
to her.
all right. So what's the next stage of the takedown? Getting him to talk about it publicly, or is there some other intervening steps?
What if we hijack his social media feeds and while he thinks that he's promoting his usual crap, we end up promoting the actual cure, which I am assuming that we can, if we haven't already gotten off of their computers, we could do.
Yeah, you have access to roughly
Okay.
you've got access to his company's computers, so
Right. So then we have access to her research.
yes.
So if we can get him to blurt it out without realizing that he's blurting it out,
I was gonna have
that would be highly embarrassing for him personally, for his investors. There would be lawsuits, etc., etc.
I was gonna have Coots do that too. Basically, run like against him and have. I don't know if we're supposed to do this in flashbacks. I don't really know how it works, but my plan was to have Coots basically go public by being like, this guy's an asshole. He's doing this sneaky shit, and then have Ginger basically just going, yeah, it's true. I can just do it, and then
Yeah,
they're like,
but
she could just do it.
But then the research is still owned by someone else.
So is
Right, but now it's known that the research is owned by him on purpose to do it, and he's all over social media, and people are going to be tearing him apart. It was just part of the 1, 2, 3 punch is that we gut him with the investors because of his poor decision to invest in this fake thing, and then we gut him in the other thing that he cares about, the other thing that he loves, which is all the attention and all that shit, by making him hated.
Do we want to start doing the wrap up then, or should we?
Yeah,
I guess
think
so.
we're there.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys have him. Let's say he throws another massive party to unveil his next big project. How his investment's going to go. What are you each doing to position him up to basically announce a placebo?
All right. Well, I'm going to be the one who arranges for everybody to gain access to this party under whatever roles they choose. Grease a couple palms, talk to the right people, have somebody look the wrong way, and we can all get in.
All right. Give me a thief intelligence. And if you've got a plot point, number. All right. So you've got a.
11. And yeah, I got a plot point for you.
It's good. You needed to beat a 4. So it cost a plot point to add this. So we got 1 asset for you guys towards the takedown, the final takedown. All right. And how's Who wants to go next on how they're setting them up?
I am also going to be in there. This time I'm wearing a well-tailored Kate Blanchett-style suit that actually fits and is comfortable and obviously makes me look nothing like waitstaff. And I am going to keep a respectable close distance to the bodyguard in case things go physical.
All right, give me an awareness mastermind, actually,
Okay.
because you're planning.
8 and 8. So 2 die 8. Okay. That's a 6.
All right. You don't manage to outmaneuver the bodyguard. The bodyguard seems to have spotted you as a threat.
Can I throw my Archangel on that?
Yeah.
If I'm in voice contact, I can spend a plot point to give a die to any other member of the crew.
All right, to give you, and yeah, you give him your mastermind die 10.
Yeah.
All right, you're looking for a 7 or better. Still rough, but
Oh!
no, still not good enough.
Damn. Oh,
It turns out this guy is well trained, but not complicated. All right, who else has an action? Isabel, you got anything? You're muted. I'm sorry. Thank you for keeping the clicking of the needles down, but gotcha. Oh, hello.
There we go.
Yeah.
This headset mic likes to take over the actual mic occasionally.
Oh man,
Great fun.
isn't it lovely when tech fights itself?
Isabel is going to once again maneuver close to Mello's assistant and just kind of make sure to keep her a little distracted.
Off her game. Gotcha. This will be an easier roll. Ooh, Jesus. She happens to be on her game, though. So, what you'll need to give me is some good stuff here. Because I rolled a 12 on a d4 and a d8.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It's max.
So, what can you leverage here to throw her off?
Hey, you said the name of the thing in the thing.
Hey, titular
Hey.
line. Hey. So, you can definitely use your distinctions. You can definitely use your specialty. Get as many dice in there as you need.
Well, we have a specialty of Femme Fatale,
Which adds a d6 to your roll.
which has a d6.
I think it definitely applies in this.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Distinction of Cocky.
Oh yeah, you believe you've got this woman wrapped around your finger. So do you want that as a d? No, it's too late. Yeah, d8.
Yeah. And I think that might be it, actually.
All right, and then on top of that, your grifter and willpower.
Just the willpower, okay.
See, when you're playing this game physically, you can just like line the dice up as you declare you're about to use them, which is nice.
Mm.
You're like, okay, I get a d6, and you put down a d6. Oh, I'm gonna give you a d10. Here's that d10. Oh, Jesus. Well, it's not as actually. All right, so Isabel kills this. She gets a 17, beating it by 5. So basically, you get her to like. She is like quitting her job. You have convinced her to.
She's
You've
fucking in
convinced-
love with you.
You've convinced this woman that hasn't taken a vacation in 5 years that she is due a goddamn vacation in the Bermudas. Like, the last scene we'll see of her is her getting on a plane, or her standing in an airport, sadly, with a plane ticket.
I'm gonna. Can I click in because I'm seeing this. I want to go.
Mhm.
I want to go. Well done, Isabel. Where did you learn to do that?
So, this is a nice opportunity for a flashback from Isabel if you want to give us a little origin of her.
Oh god. I need a minute to think about this.
All right, we'll do
Okay.
we'll do Rainbow's thing real quick, and then after that. So Rainbow, you've got all the data just like flying at you on different screens. You've got the stock prices, you've got the drug model, you've got like a whole fraudulent chemical formula coming out of nowhere.
Okay. Can I? You said he's making a big announcement. Is his big announcement that he's gonna be buying this new formula?
Yeah, and he wants everyone excited about it.
Okay.
He's
Can
going
I-
to be part of the basketball players. LeBron's going to be there.
LeBron James.
Okay, here's my idea. Can I take and swap it out? So whatever he thinks he's got for a formula that he's selling, can I change his like PowerPoint so it looks like he's buying a formula he already owns? And
Yes,
make
you
him
can.
totally discredit with him with all his investors?
Yes,
Or a bunch of pictures
and
of
then-
cats.
Do the first thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, this won't be easy. Let me see. This will be
Oh, that's okay because
D8 and a D6. All right, so he got their systems have a 6. They're good, but they're not as good as you.
okay.
So give me. I hope you don't roll all ones. Though part of me hopes you do too.
Okay, so intelligence, hacker, specialty, I'm assuming.
Okay, your specialties leave no trace, so you
Yeah.
definitely want to make it look like he built this.
How many points can I send for assets? Like, 'cause I want to, if I can spend a couple, that would be.
Yeah, you can step up an asset by spending another point. So, like, a D6 gets you 1, 2 plot points gets you a D8, 3 is a D10. You can't go above 12.
Okay, I want to spend 2 points
To get the original formula? Original recipe?
Yes, and then that's where we wiped, and I was convincing her that, hey, we can just use your work without making up a fake drug, and we can make him look bad. And spend a plot point to have that as an asset.
Alright, so at some point in there I froze, so I believe everything you said you were doing.
Too.
So go ahead and do it.
Okay. So that's a D8, and I
Yep.
still have 1 plot point if I need it.
Oh, you did beat him, but you come up with 2 complications.
2 plot points.
Those will be. Take 2 plot points. So yeah.
So I'm back up to 3, where...
Yay! Oh. Alright, but you did still win. So you've gotten this PowerPoint to be completely different from what he's expecting. It's going to look like he's announcing a miracle, like a new thing that's going to make them $1 million, like a bunch. And what you're going to do is have that PowerPoint show that it's going to negate the need for the drug that's making the money.
And also that it to some wise people in the crowd that might know, hey, you already own that formula. Why are you buying it?
Yeah. Yeah, you'll have the assistant will know that, so we'll have her there doing that. All right. So give me. So in order to execute all of this, you now have 4 extra assets, 4 extra D6s to do the mastermind roll to time it out perfectly. Now, so I would need a awareness plus mastermind, and either 4 D6s, or you can take one of those D6s and turn it into a D8 at the cost of a D6.
Is that me?
Yes.
Okay, so first we're gonna need, what was it? Mastermind and what?
Awareness.
Alertness.
Alertness is 10.
Alertness, I'm sorry.
Mastermind is 10 and my alertness is 10.
Yeah, your notice check. Oh wait, your perception. Oh wait.
Oof.
Okay, so you rolled a bear at the gates.
Oof. What else am I rolling?
Oh, you've got 4 other assets if you want to just keep piling on. So 4 more
well, does
D6s.
Does that use them up, or since I beat you, can we wait until those complications come up and we can use those assets to kind of smash the complications?
I'll just let you use those assets to straight smash those complications because I think the story tells itself now.
Okay.
Yeah. Technically, you would have to roll the dice all at once and then determine if you win. So
I would like to be, by the way, in position-wise, since this is all just kind of coming together and I don't even need to be there. I want to be sitting. What?
We'll use the same ballroom as the party, and you can be sitting in that upper area looking down into the ballroom.
I was actually gonna be where he is gonna leave, like where he's gonna go to get out, like through the back, because he's gonna want to get out and like regroup himself. I just want to be waiting there, smoking,
Just like
just waiting.
in the
I want
parking
to wait.
garage.
I want to wait to watch him, and I want to see his face as he leaves. If I can be, I was planning on just being against his car, if that's possible.
Yeah, definitely.
Just sitting against his, against like the driver's side of his car, just waiting.
And I suppose I can follow him out. Be behind
Alright.
him.
Okay, I wasn't gonna do anything to him, Caleb. I was just
Exactly.
gonna. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Caleb's carrying his Michael Myers mask. Okay.
Master
Just slowly
disguise,
walking
always
behind the guys.
prepared.
All right. So the way it goes down is this: he sets up this huge party for a big announcement. He's gotten all of his investors up. He's gotten all of his Instagram followers for this awesome announcement. He's got like LeBron James is going to be there. He's got Mayor De Blasio. He's got he's got 3 Kardashians.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big event.
Cow.
Even Gul Dukat?
Yes, especially Gul Dukat. Also Odo for some reason.
Is Bobcat Goldthwait there?
Yes,
Is
no.
Bobcat Goldthwait still alive?
Yes, and he's actually pretty awesome. He directs films now.
See, I always liked him.
He's kind of a very interesting dude.
I'll look
But
into him.
he's too interesting to be here. That's the thing.
Very good. I like that.
This is
I like that.
you get a big party full of investment and vapid. So the party's heading off, and like the music is thumping, and the DJ is not Skrillex, but a guy who's probably on a billboard. All right, and
Skrillex's non-union Mexican equivalent.
Skrillex.
Skrillex with a CK. Just the one
it's
Skrillex.
Dead Mouse.
Dead mouse.
Yeah, dead mouse works with his giant ass mouse head. Yes, and so like the party is raging, and he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the big investment announcement." And like the PowerPoint starts, and it basically goes into showing like the first one. It says, "I'm an asshole," and he's going through his spiel that he's just going and going and going. And this is actually your complication: is that someone will know you've done this. And he's going and going and going. Like, I've just, we're going to cure people. We're going to bring everyone's lives to a whole new level of advancement. And then it starts showing, like, the compounds of the drugs that is currently invested.
On the screen that says asshole, there's also a tag on the bottom that says Nova Kitten. And I accidentally left my hacker tag in there.
Hashtag Nova Kitten. Okay.
What about that whole clean without a trace?
You got complications.
Yep.
Rush job.
Oh, so on scene we have a Nova Kitten and a Dead Mouse.
Yes. Nova Kitten's like a Nyan cat, except with explosions behind it.
Nice. Nice.
All right. It's got the Marvel's Nova helmet on it. Okay. With little cat ears. All right. I love it. Okay. So, and playing in the background of this is one of the songs from Twice Upon a Time in Shaolin. So it's one of those tracks that no one's heard yet.
Did he win the bid? Who won the bid?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask.
Clearly you won the bid.
Yes!
Awesome.
Yes!
And you have wasted one of the tracks by putting it as the background of this, which everyone will realize and be like, oh, this dude just, like, what the hell? That will not win him social media points. That's a thing. I don't know. So he's going through this spiel, and it just shows...
Quick
like,
flashback to all of us in the room watching Rainbow Type and putting that in, and all of us going, is this really worth it?
Oh, absolutely.
It's okay because I
What
don't
is-
plan
Yeah.
on keeping. I don't plan on keeping the press myself. I plan on giving it to the family. It's fine.
Okay. This is a big and fancy enough party that once people realize it's like I'm gonna point to the car and go, Bill Murray pulled off the heist.
Bill Murray.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, Bill Murray is there, and he's just like, hmm? He looks around.
Bill
confused.
Murray? Shit, I want to get his autograph.
And so
Love
it
that
goes
guy.
through the science stuff, and he doesn't know what's happening behind him because he's not looking. But like the assistant,
He's just still talking.
Oh, yeah. and it's just
And
like
And does the his assistant doesn't give a fuck because she's like, I'm done.
she blanches and is like, "Oh, we're screwed. I'm gotta get out of here."
Yeah.
And
Okay,
so
but does she burn him first? Does she go up on stage and tell him he's an idiot and that she quit?
that's up to
I
Isabel.
will spend a plot point for that to happen. That's so good. She goes, you know what? You're such a fucking or can we use one of the assets that we didn't
Isabel,
use?
what are you
Michael and
saying?
Isabel.
What?
Isabel, you have her wrapped around your finger. You choose what she does.
Yeah.
Are you gonna send her up there to call him out, or are you going to have her just take off and let him go?
Oh no, she's going up there to call him out.
All right. The assistant, realizing what she's done, just rushes on stage and like grabs him by the lapels and is like, "You little pathetic shit! What the fuck is wrong with you? You already own this. Why did you buy it? This invalidates the patent on the meta." And she just turns blanche white, and like right as she says, "This invalidates the patent," the music cuts out, and so it goes over
Oh
the
no,
entire
they
volume.
dropped the bass.
And they're lobbed up. He's got a
then-
lob, so it just.
And then after that, the bass kicks back in. And the party goes, and she's just like ready to punch him, and the bodyguard comes up and like peels her back from beating the shit out of her boss. At this point, he's just like freaked out, doesn't know what to do. He's gonna make a break for it out the side door towards where his car, and he expects a driver to be. So he comes through that door.
I'll be right behind him.
As he drives away, we all just kind of file into the alley.
Well, no, because
No.
you wanted to be at the car, right?
Burke is waiting at
Yeah,
the car with the
when
lit cigarette.
Not Burke, Eli.
Eli,
I'm just waiting.
All right. He's like, "Get me out of here right now." What the hell are you doing? What's your job? Who are? And he just pulls out his money and starts like throwing it at you. He's like, "Just get in the car and drive me away."
I'll come out the door behind him and go, "Golly gee willikers, mister! Like, what's this supposed to happen?"
He just takes off running.
Yeah, why would you do that? What the fuck was that?
That was his private revenge.
All right, let him run. Let him run.
Sure.
Yeah. So you realize he can like. There's no running away from the embarrassment he just caused himself.
Nope.
All right. And with that, we're gonna actually fade out on this scene to a short commercial break, and it's gonna come back to you guys sitting in the hospital room. With Dr. Ginger Connor's there. She's gonna be next to the bed and be like, "What you did allowed my patent to get out in the world. Everyone's seen it, everyone knows it, and it's going to be copied. And I won't make any money off of it, but people will live, thanks to all of you." And she puts her hand on the shoulder of Lucille Poplar, who is there. And you see Aaron Poplar start to wake up and go, "Huh? Huh?" And look around a little confused, but then he just like falls back asleep. And Lucille Poplar like pats the doctor's shoulder and says, Can you give us a minute, doctor?" And the doctor, Dr.
In game.
Connors,
In game. In game.
you sneeze all over Dr. Connors. It's real weird.
What the fuck?
Dr. Connors spends an extra minute at the hand sanitizer station and running out the door. But after the room is clear, after Dr. Connors leaves, a thin but not a well-built black man comes in the room, short cropped hair, dark skin, and the blonde woman looks up and she says, "Good job. Thank you. Now, what you did was good, but it wasn't perfect. You're going to have to get better at this. My name is Parker. My name is Parker. I run the best team in the world. We could always use a little help. We're onto something and you stumbled across it."
Okay.
There's a certain man hiding out.
Hold on. So as the hackers
You have
tend to know. I'd at least know Hardison from the hacker world.
You
feel
turn
like you
around
could have
and
let
see
him
a
just
guy.
run this out, but
You turn around and see the guy behind you and is like, Nova Kitten?
Yeah.
Hardison.
Yes. Oh my god.
And she says, now, you're not evil. I can work with not evil.
Eli points to the old man in the bed. Is he one of yours?
That's my client.
Does he need that oxygen tank?
Absolutely.
Damn it.
His daughter.
I put the cigarettes back in my pocket.
His daughter came to us looking for help, and we saw an opportunity for you. Now, you stirred up a hornet's nest with something called Pegasus that you didn't know about.
Yeah, we did.
Now, I have a series of jobs, and at the end of this, I think we'll be able to take Pegasus down. What do you say? Are you in? And we'll cut right there.
Okay.
Ooh, I like it.
So,
I like it.
So
thank you for joining us. Yes, do you need any more wrap up on the episode? Because we can have a news report on the TV while you guys don't answer. If there's anything you guys want to ask me.
I think the news report would just be them auctioning off the record to pay their medical bills and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Also
probably
the,
going to fangirl over Parker, but obviously next week.
No, you don't get it. Sorry.
No fangirling over Parker.
You can do that privately. It's just doesn't make your character look cooler. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry. Trying to think, because there's no you cut it on the end of the scene there for the dramatic effect.
Okay.
But yeah, the corporation got taken down. The people got taken care of. You didn't explode anything this time. You didn't stir any pots too hard, but you did leave a little bit of evidence. So good job.
Is it possible that I could be somewhere?
In a little after scene, like after the credits thing.
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Okay. I would like to be. Now, I assume that there was some sort of thing with how Kurtz or Coots. One of the ways that I wanted to bring that back is that he was going to almost be like the first one to say, "This guy's awful. This guy's awful." So this gives him like a bump.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where people go like, "This guy's got the right idea. He helped bring down." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted to basically like
Play that back in.
What?
Play that card back into the pool. Yeah.
Yeah, like basically cut like not be in his office or not be at his office as the lobbyist again.
Yeah.
But be just like waiting outside as he walks out again, just smoking.
Yeah.
And as he walks by, I'd be like, "Coots," and just be smoking my cigarette.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
He looks at you confused, and
I walk away.
Yeah.
in case I want to use them later. Be like, "I helped you out." You're welcome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You should write that down.
Okay.
But yeah, great job, everybody. Good work. I think we're starting to figure out things a little better.
Yeah, today when we, at least as far as us running the system, went really well. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't have too many hiccups on what we were doing.
Yeah, we'll keep hammering it out. So, great job, everybody. Does anyone have any questions? Nope. Okay. Who would like to go first? Jeff, would you like to start with your goodbyes? Anything?
Bye.
Anything doing? All right. Jason, you got anything going on?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, Michi.
I am Michi at Michisaurus on Twitter. I am here on Welcome to the Party every Wednesday with Leverage, and every second and fourth Thursday with Pokemon.
Nice. Evan.
Yeah, I do a thing on YouTube called Everyman Hybrid. It's all right, I guess. It's like a Slenderman thing. It's funny, fun to check out. Give it a look. and we do
It goes a little deep.
it gets a little crazy, and we do a D&D on my buddy's YouTube channel, Jeffrey Coble YouTube.
All right. And Teddy? Or Nerdy Teddy, go ahead.
Hey, yeah, I'm Nerdy
Sorry.
Teddy. You can find me on Twitter at Nerdy Teddy. It's below me. I am here on Welcome to the Party. Obviously, Wednesdays for Leverage, Thursdays for Pokemon Tomorrow, as well as alternating for Shadowrun. And it's coming up, so November 4th, 5-hour Savage Worlds Rune Punk with
That'll be fun.
with our fixer here. I will be running it, and it'll be at 12 a.m. CST till 4 a.m. CST. But daylight saving time make it 5 hours. It'll be lots of fun.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. That'll be a blast.
What was
that'll be
that called?
It's Rune Punks. It's a steampunk fantasy thing for Savage.
Sounds
It's a
kinda cool.
Savage. It's
like
a
the
Savage
coolest-
Worlds module.
Savage Rune Punk just sounds like the most sick fucking combination ever.
Yeah, and that's on CageCon. We'll be raising money for cancer awareness. So that's all I got.
Perfect. I'm your fixer, Jim DeBison. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm Bisonic on the Discords. You can follow me or talk to me and hang out on the Welcome to the Party Discord. I will be running a game of TMNT Trucking Turtles for the Thread Raiders channel. It's going to be somewhere between insane and absurd.
Yeah.
And it's going to be great on November 3rd from 4 o'clock to 6 or 7, I forget. But that's going to be...
Is that what Monk was
absolute
talking
blast.
about with where he's going to be a psionic weasel or some shit?
Yeah, Monk's going to be a psionic weasel. If that doesn't get your interest up, imagine a psionic weasel riding on the side of an 18-wheeler fighting off ninja Shriners. So, yeah, that'll be fun. And I'm also in that. So, yeah, thanks for coming and checking out the channel. Subscribe and whatnot. Follow us. We'll have a good time.
Let
So,
me
yeah.
pull up a raid real
So, yeah,
quick.
we're going to move on and raid somebody. Let's figure out who. So, thanks for coming by with that last raid. Sorry to...
Yeah,
This is
sorry
what
to
happens
be
when everyone
freaking-
starts ending around 11 o'clock. Just keep bouncing, guys. Just keep bouncing. Find the
Spread
love.
the love.
Yep. Thanks to everyone, Devin Rue, and I think Tabletop Loot are our sponsors for the channel. So thank you.
Cool.
All right. I'm trying to think. Oh, happy birthday again, Michi. If no one has told you, if
Yeah,
you haven't
so
heard
You
it
yeah.
got
enough,
a cupcake.
you did get a cupcake.
I did your
Cool.
prize go.
A special cupcake for
Happy
a special
birth-
cupcake.
Happy birthday to you.
Dude, no, don't sing it. Don't sing it. We can't afford that.
No, it's free now.
Copyright.
Okay.
Was that copyrighted?
It
Yes.
was, but it's not anymore.
What asshole would copyright Happy
Two old ladies in 1920.
And then Warner Brothers.
Technically, any original creation is instantly copyrighted by dint of existing, but nobody cared about the copyright. And then, yeah, it's like Warner or
Yeah.
something start trying to enforce it.
And yeah, it was bad for years. And that's why restaurants have terrible birthday songs. All right, everybody. Good night. We'll see you later, guys.
Yeah, we're kicking you over to Soul
See
Bear
ya.
RPG, so have fun.
Bye.